first flight of the orbital Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower. Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Political.
Hey guys, welcome back. Hey bro, you fucked me up. I was about to say political passions, y'all. But, hey guys, welcome back to Gameplayx4, another Friday night with this guys. I hope you guys are doing fine.
Wait, what's that music?
Huh?
You hear the music, right?
Music is still playing, right?
Yeah, I know. Today's our 50th episode, believe it or not.
Yes, I was saying it was that 48. Like no one changed it last week to 49.
No, it's 50. So now, no, I think it's
You
Ruben.
sure?
Ruben, yeah, it's a 50-50. Ruben never changed it for the last 2 weeks. But anyways, happy,
Damn right under the bus.
happy to make
Wow,
it
he
to
just threw
50
me out of it.
episodes with you guys. These are the ride or die people so far, and I hope you guys are doing fine. How's it been the week so far?
Pretty chill.
Pretty
Fast
chill.
ass week.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
fast.
Flying
Yeah.
products. And now they have the
Yeah.
2 vaccines ready.
Week has felt fucking slow as fuck.
Nah, that this week was like
No, it's fast,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Have you gotten
Well,
better?
all my weeks
Well,
go
for me.
fast because I don't go to sleep.
Have you gotten better, Andres?
Not really. Like
No.
I've been it's weird since the second shot. I've been having like in the beginning was really bad, but now it's just kind of like a consistent pressure. So it doesn't go high or low. It just like stays like this at a constant.
your body.
So
Yeah, I mean, if you get the shot and the stronger the response you have, that means the stronger your immune system is.
yeah, I don't know because I'm again
That makes
like my immune system was getting better because I was the type of person that I'd always get a cold flu, would always get a cold in the winter. I'd always get sick off of something, like off of some bullshit. So I will always was sick like throughout the year, and then so like
you tell me you don't
lately-
get sick.
Yeah, so like maybe like the last maybe 2 or 3 years.
Nah, and I see the contradiction in that.
But see, the last 2 to 3 years, I stopped getting sick. So I had thought like, oh, my immune system is now getting is stronger now because I'm not getting sick as
Yeah.
often.
He thought it was
Yo,
COVID.
And so
join the club. I'll send you a card.
That or you just do not get bacteria.
Wait, you guys got your vaccines already, right, Josh and Kenneth? For the
No.
first ones.
I got one.
Yeah, the first ones, right? Josh, you haven't
Yeah.
gotten
No,
one?
I tried signing up. Every time I
Yeah,
do,
well,
there's
we
no
got
bonus available.
we gotta give him the
No,
hookup.
I've accepted the fact I'm not getting it. So
Nah, you gotta get it.
Nah, you have to
What
get it.
happened?
No,
You
no,
got-
because the thing is, my brother works for the place that gives vaccines.
Okay.
He's like, yo, just tell me, and then he'll just tell him to do it.
Bro, I thought we could.
No,
I thought
dude.
anyone could just get a vaccine by now.
yeah,
Right now, yeah.
but no, I was telling, I told you guys last time. I was like, you can just go into Costco and make an appointment and get your vaccine.
Actually,
out there.
That was a
people,
month
I'm not getting
ago.
a vaccine from
they're
Costco,
actually
sorry.
accepting walk-ins right now. So go ahead, Josh.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
yeah.
actually.
Everywhere is accepting walk-ins.
Look, we all know
Y'all
Josh is very
vaccinated, y'all
responsible. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I mean, so guys, go get your vaccine. Everyone, there's no excuses for not to get it now.
Don't get Johnson & Johnson though.
Yeah, I think people are ready
Yeah.
to do those, right? Yeah,
Anyways,
yeah, don't get Kun in. Anyways, let's start the podcast. We have quite a few things to cover right today, and our first will be what?
Talk about some leaks, boys.
yeah, some leaks. Do you know what this is? Do you know what this is?
Power.
Oh,
It doesn't say that the 390 and the 380, right?
is it new Nvidia card? 30
Yeah.
something.
Yes. So on this pallet, it was from a shipping company who was shipping. I mean, there's barcodes on here, so I don't know why they would show that because you can track that, but whatever. Yeah. So they have they took a picture of MSI's 3080 Ti pallet. So these are already being manufactured, right? And so if you notice, there are a few things about this that pisses a lot of people off. One, you're making 3080 Ti's when people can't give you 3080. And two, they only have 12 gigabytes of VRAM because of course they do. Because NVIDIA like to cheap out on shit. So if you remember, the 2080 Ti had 12 gigabytes of VRAM. Or did it have 11? I remember some jank numbers.
2080?
Ti, I think it was 11.
Right now, talking.
Oh no, 1080 Ti had 11, 2080 Ti had 12. And so they're making these graphics cards, and you are struggling. Oh, had 11?
Yeah, 2080 Ti. had 11.
That's jank.
Yeah.
And so they're making new cards, so you can't even get the old cards, and they're telling us that the shortage of old cards are gonna be going forward for at least the rest of the year.
But they got enough time to make new cards.
So they have enough time and parts to make
The new
3080
ones.
Ti's.
Yeah.
That's called
Basically a contradiction.
Right, and so now they say in this one there's anti-mining technology, so you can't mine on these. But they said that about the last cars too, and that turned out to be BS.
Yeah.
So people are annoyed at this, obviously, and but I understand that they need to make new cards because recently AMD did what we thought AMD would never do again after a decade. Is their card is finally the fastest card in the world. The 6900 XT is the fastest graphics card. It beat all the overclock records. NVIDIA couldn't do that, so they lost the throne for once. And it was out in the open that Jensen, who is the CEO of NVIDIA, was not too happy that AMD cards got that close to NVIDIA cards in performance for a cheaper price, especially when it came to the 3090, especially the 3090 and the 6900 XT. Because when the 3090 came out, it was $1,500. When the 6900 XT came out, it was $1,000. But the game experience when the 6900 XT was much, much smoother. The frame rates were cleaner. It wasn't as fast. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't as fast, but the frame timing was much, much better. And so AMD again caught another company slipping. Okay, and it's looking like about to be another body bag special up there. Intel.
Yep.
Damn.
I'm actually considering upgrading my graphics card because I have a 1080 and that shit old. And I'm actually considering upgrading to AMD because I'm tired of NVIDIA's bullshit.
Yeah, I mean it's cheaper, it's better. The whole
$100,
the cooling is
$100,
better.
yes.
Yeah, I mean I like my AMD card. Like,
So
it's pretty cool.
you can say this is great for competition. I mean, I'm
No, it's already over.
I'm
yeah.
glad there's
Now,
not a
once
monopoly
people
over this
start
shit.
moving over to AMD, then it's gonna make NVIDIA get on their shit.
Right.
And if
Yeah,
Intel
hopefully.
starts releasing good graphics cards,
It's over.
Right. I mean, they like I said last week, another Chinese manufacturer started releasing or prepared to release their graphics cards,
Oh crap!
and now Intel is ramping up. Apparently, they made a new chip to compete with the ARM processors. ARM processors being in your mobile devices. They made a new chip to compete with that on the x86 platform. So those are things that are to look out for. But it looking like these Chinese manufacturers, they step in and mix the pot a little bit. It's great because after last year, it looked like a video was about to come out on some old bullshit. That's what it looked like. Like they released like 2 cards. They were just like, hey man, unfortunately they're in limited supply. $1,500 for the same 3080. Look at that, $800 for some.
Like they don't even boost the performance by not much either. It's
they did it. In fact, they maxed out this card like so heavily that you can't really even overclock it like that. Like it's pretty much hitting the max already. So it's like the 3080. They're good cards overall, but in terms of a performance increase from the 2080, they're just terrible. Like you just don't get those kind of gains. The only really thing you got in it is ray tracing. That gained a lot, but that's about it. Disgusting. But yeah, so these are already there. You see they're being moved, and we'll see. I can't wait for that competition.
Looks like Nintendo chose the wrong manufacturer this time around.
Y'all better go out there and get some AMD stock because it actually went up $3.
Of course.
You always look at AMD. That shit always goes.
Yeah,
but
it's
about to turn around. So
especially on the startup.
if more news coming up and people actually switching, then this is gonna go and stay maybe around 150.
Yeah, the only problem is that AMD has the same problem, is people can't get their graphics card, but they are still cheaper than NVIDIA.
Okay, so
$500 cheaper.
So we still have the problem of shortage around the whole market.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think for AMD is more scalpers because AMD's card didn't really move that much, but NVIDIA's car is like a 3080 is like almost $2,000 right now.
Yeah, and
a 3090 is almost $3,000.
Nobody gonna buy that.
That's ridiculous.
Definitely ridiculous. So good luck with that.
Didn't you at some point want to buy one?
Yeah, all it's gonna do is ray trace my wallet going into the trash can.
Yeah, I've been feeling to upgrade lately, but man, I
want to upgrade too.
Still waiting.
So am I.
Because the fact that I try to play Horizon and I can't get a stable 60,
right?
It's so fucking annoying. On 1080p, by the way, 1080p.
Wait,
I can't get a stable 60 frames.
Yeah, you got anyone watching? If you know why that's a problem, it's because we bougie.
Wait, don't you have still problems like what streaming Apex? Still?
These are first.
No, I fixed the whole streaming problem. I just adjusted some settings in OBS. Now it's pretty good.
But yeah, the 1080 is definitely showing its age now. It's a 6-year-old card. We got some great mileage out of it. I ain't gonna leave it lie.
I'm still playing that shit for beast mode, bro. Like I still got crazy.
But I noticed like when I started playing Black Ops, the new one, Cold War, I noticed that it started really showing its age. It was really like it wasn't giving the kind of performance that I paid for all those years ago.
But years ago you paid 1080. Now you play at 1440.
Yeah, you're right. But I'm still saying like when I play Modern Warfare, I was really decent.
I've been a 1080 peasant for the past 7 years.
Yo, look, that man needs his needs, dude.
And the fact that I can't get. Yeah, shut up. And the fact that I can't get a stable 60 on this game is annoying. And then in Call of Duty, I can't even get above 100. It's like
right. Yeah, it really hits. It really hits.
Definitely.
Y'all should switch to Xbox 360. The experience will be better.
Heck, what the?
All right.
Yeah, you can stop talking, right?
Heck, serious?
It sounds like a plan.
The next slide. So we have Nier Replicant. And
Replicant.
What's wrong with this game? A lot of people are saying they're having trouble.
Well, the thing is with Nier Replicant is that I mean, most games these days are broken. It's kind of broken, but it's not really that broken. It's like frame rate issues, typical PC stuff. Mm-hmm. But the thing is that people expect this game to be like Nier Automata, but it's not.
Yeah, it's the first game.
Right, it's a remake of the first game.
There's a reason why those games no one knows about. And people like Automata.
Right, exactly. They're like the reason why people didn't care about this game is because it was a C then, it's a C now. Okay, I played this game when it first came out. Okay, I played this on the 360 before when there was the second version. I didn't play Replicant. I played Jassault on the 360, but it's pretty much the same game. And the game was nicely average. Okay, it was nicely average. Okay, what does they call it? It was Bravely Default. Okay, it was average. Okay, and
I thought Brave Default was amazing.
No, Bravely Default is amazing. I'm just saying the title Bravely Default is the average title.
Oh, okay.
And so
no. Bravely Second.
Oh, shut up.
yeah. This game is definitely Bravely second place. So it is. It's a solid game, but it's not a good game, and that's the thing. I think that people are expecting Nier Automata good, but it's not that good. It's the prequel. I don't know if you guys care for me to explain how this game is, or if you want me to go into detail about this game. But
spoil it for the bunch.
I'm not going to spoil the story because it doesn't matter.
Just whatever.
So originally, I don't know if you guys heard of this game, but it came out like 2003, 4. It's called Drakengard.
No.
Okay, well, in Drakengard, it was kind of like a Dynasty Warriors in the sense where you had two kingdoms having to fight each other. But like all games made by this dude, I always forget his name, the dude who likes to wear a little mask.
Yeah.
That game also had like 15 endings, right? So one of the endings, I think it was ending number 5. It was Earth as like a desolate wasteland after the war. And this is where Nier was spun off of. And so Nier so then they made 2 Niers, which is Nier Replicant and Nier Jassault. So Jassault was the Xbox 360 version, Replicant was the PlayStation 3 version. And Replicant had the main character having to save his sister. And then Jassault had the main character having to save his daughter. So they were named the same thing, but what was his sister, what was his daughter. And from there, you go thousands of years into the future, and then you get Automata. But the thing about Automata is that, well, I don't know if you guys saw all the endings, but
no.
One ending is not.
So they're trying to. So essentially, in the game, they're trying to save what's left of mankind, but mankind is already gone. In fact, everyone in that game is a robot. It's just that they don't show it, and they don't let you know unless you get that ending. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so a lot of those robots started off in Nier Replicant / Jassault. So it's not. So it's tied together, but it's not really that close.
It's convoluted like Kingdom Hearts.
It's not as convoluted as Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts is ridiculous, but but it's up there. Like it's not. It's because the thing is, it's a loose association. It's not really like a solid sequel prequel where this character pops up here, blah blah. It's more of this came from this world, this came from that world, and you just kind of try to tie it together because Nier Replicant is almost nothing like Nier Automata, but people expect it to be because it has the same name. And so that's essentially what they're trying to capitalize on.
And then the problem is most people think Nier Automata is the first game in the series.
Because no one cared about the first game. Because there was another podcast I was watching where I would say that in the comment section. I was like, yo, they were asking for what's a game where no one cared about the first one but cared about the sequel? I was like, Nier. Most people didn't even know Nier existed. Like,
I didn't know Nier was a game until Automata came out.
Right. And so I was just like,
so nobody will care about Nier.
Definitely don't care. But yeah, that's pretty much the game. If you want to play it, play it. Like I said, don't expect amazingness. It's not amazing. It's good.
What does Nier stand for? What does it mean?
I don't think it has a definition.
No?
Yeah. I'm not entirely sure though. I never looked into it.
Damn. Okay. Is that a PC only? Or
I don't think so. I think it's PlayStation 4 and
PlayStation 4
and some other consoles. The Xbox One.
Okay. So this is like
Nier apparently
one of the few games that is releasing in PS5.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the last of the PlayStation 4 games, But that's the game.
That's sad. I thought it was PS5 game. Anyways, let's move on to. I think this is all around the conversation you guys want to have.
Got a little exercise.
Y'all want to have this argument? Oh my god. Well, I think it's easier for me. I think they pointed out right there.
We can do this after the game. We talk about the game and stuff.
No, let's. You want to dive into this?
Yeah, we can dive in afterwards, after the gaming topics.
We're coming back.
Yeah. When we lose them. So until about 3 slides.
All right,
Okay.
the big event, the main event of the day. Your boy, Jeff Kaplan
Okay.
said, "Fuck you, Blizzard."
Yeah, he's gone
I'm
from
going.
there.
I'm going to my old team. You know, that's probably what he's gonna do. That I forgot what studio it is that the Heroes of the Storm team made. He's probably gonna go there.
Yeah,
Oh,
I actually
right.
think because didn't the studio that the old Blizzard exec made didn't that go under like almost
Nah,
immediately?
well, I don't know if that studio did,
I
but
think they covered
the
it.
team that created Heroes of the Storm, they made their own studio and they're still up.
Okay. So
I
yeah,
think he's gonna go to the studio.
yeah, so that's the thing. Yeah, it's like I think a lot of the Blizzard people are gonna leave Blizzard for their own team. Because I said Jeff Kaplan can pretty much go anywhere.
He's the OG. He's been there for 19 years.
Right. It's like this is not we're not talking about like some little indie studio. We're talking about Blizzard. Like this is one of the legendary studios.
And he was the face of pretty much Overwatch. Like when you
Yeah.
talk about Overwatch, he was the one. Like he's like water.
He was there since World of Warcraft. Like it's
damn,
he could go anywhere. Like no one's gonna turn down.
He's literally made a bunch of successful games.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, if anything, I would do like Kojima did, go to Sony, try to get that bag.
I go to Microsoft. I go, Jeff, come here. Jeff, come here. Ray, can you stop? Be like,
That's not me. That's
Phil
not me.
Spencer.
That was made by accident.
God damn.
I'll go with Phil Spencer. Be like, and send Jeff an email. Be like, yo, let's have some dinner.
Oh no, I'm telling you right now, he's getting those emails for sure.
Yeah.
For sure, he's getting those. Like, if he already doesn't have plans, you're gonna see him like maybe like a couple months go somewhere else. Because like I said, he can do whatever he wants. Like, he's
Yeah, just after Overwatch 2, it's like, yo, peace, bye.
Yeah, a lot of people think that Overwatch 2 is dead because of him. Like, that game is probably done already. It's probably going under polishness, and you're just gonna go gold and assume.
Right.
But
yeah,
like the game is done though. But like any decisions after that, it's pretty much up to the next person who takes over.
Right.
So,
it's like if Miyamoto like 20 years ago was like, "Yo, you guys want me to go work for your studio?" Everyone's like, "Hell yeah, get your ass over here."
You imagine if Miyamoto left Nintendo and he went to Sony or Microsoft.
Like, dude has more clout than anyone. Like, Miyamoto has probably the most clout out of every game.
Hell yeah! Yo, if he tweets, "I'm quitting Nintendo," that 1 second he's gonna get phone calls like, so I heard you were coming over here. Like, what's up? Like,
nah, Microsoft is gonna be the first one.
I'm telling you, if Kojima get his bag that quick, I guarantee you Kaplan can get his bag that like it's just that simple. Like, he can easily get somewhere. Yeah. But I think he probably has something lined up though.
He probably does. Yeah, people don't just leave to leave. But I mean, there's been a lot of dog shit happening at Activision. So
yeah,
I think I'm not surprised he's coming out.
Yeah, I think he probably got tired of it. We just did like another story for like the second year in a row.
Yeah.
Blizzard laid off like so many people, yet the CEO got bonus. Got a multi-million.
Yeah, it's like, yo, that's
like he probably just like, you know what, like they're not gonna stop, and he just probably just left.
Yeah, that's the biggest. How you lay people off and then give you their money?
Right. I'm pretty sure that he saw the downfall already. Like,
yeah, the same Blizzard that was 10 years ago, it's not the same Blizzard as today, and the same Blizzard that was 20 years ago, it's not the same.
It's the worst. Yeah, it got worse and worse.
It's like it's slowly Activision. Once Activision bought, because it's funny, Blizzard bought Activision. And then Activision made Call of Duty and just bought Blizzard back to now we own you. Yeah. And then once Activision had control of everything, it was just like,
yep.
And then once that Overwatch mobile comes out, it's over.
What's the name of that company that's supposed to be doing a Metroid Prime 4 or something?
Retro Studios.
Imagine if they hire this guy to do that again.
I don't think it's
executive. You can only wish.
I don't think it's his expertise.
I don't think he'll go there anyways. Like,
they don't have that type of money.
So.
If anything, he'll probably start his own studio.
He could say
he was an executive.
Yeah, he could do whatever the fuck he wants. Like if he makes some calls that yo, I want to start my own studio, and anyone will give him money.
Shit, I think the person who should the company that should come up should be Amazon. They know they need help.
Yeah, they need some sort of leadership over there because they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
No, the problem is they need to stop spending money.
But I mean, this will be allocating the right money and the right.
But just remember when Jeff was the head of Overwatch. Okay, like people were talking all kinds of fly shit about him. But then as soon as he left, everyone was like, "We miss you, Jeff." Like you weren't saying that last week when you were
people were saying talking mad shit like, "Oh my god, he doesn't know what to do with this game.
Right.
This game is so unbalanced. It's all Jeff's fault." And then he leaves it like,
okay,
we're sorry.
Would you actually
we're
mean
so
it?
sorry.
What does this mean for the future of Overwatch, though?
I mean, the game is already out.
I know it's out, but future patches and adjustments and stuff. Is it gonna
They're
be
not gonna do
better?
it.
Will it be worse?
No, it's gonna
Do
be
you think
worse.
this is the reason why the game is so unbalanced? Like,
Overwatch is gonna become another Fortnite.
Yeah, I mean the person that's supposed to take care of his place is supposedly also someone that came up with him in Blizzard. So like one of the OG. Right. So I mean, and was with him throughout the whole process of Overwatch.
Yeah.
So I mean, we're still getting someone that's an experienced person in the industry, but we'll see what is their take on it, because maybe there also was like kind of like pushback because they weren't able to put their point of view since he had his own point of view of how the game should go, right? So maybe this person will have a different take on how balanced it should be implemented, how the game should be implemented in the future, because they already have a roadmap, right? So they can't like steer away from already what they already implemented, because for them to do, well, they could, but that's what I'm saying. If they do, then you would have to delay the game in order to make those implementations to the game right now.
You just release it and you patch it later.
No.
No.
That's what these companies do nowadays.
Cyberpunk's like, bro, don't please.
Down, bro.
But
Cyberpunk did that. GTA did that.
Oh yeah, Cyberpunk delayed it like 3 times.
But that's what I'm afraid of. I'm hoping he quit because he wants to move on to better things, or he wants to spend time with his family or something. And he didn't quit because he saw the jank that was Overwatch 2 coming, and he's like, "Nah, I'm not up off this
shit." He's been working there for a long ass time, and even before Blizzard, he was working at other places before he even got there. So I would understand, like, if he wanted to take like a leave.
That's what I'm saying.
A leave? No, he just quit.
I hope that's the reason, because like, if you didn't like loot boxes in Overwatch 1. And now microtransactions have evolved way past that, and it's active. So he probably saw like, "Wow, they're about to do some crazy jank. I'm out."
Yeah,
which is weird to me because, like, I see that side of what like he's leaving because maybe he just like, dude, I'm done. It's retirement. I should take time for my family, right? But then you would think, as someone who was throughout the whole development process of Overwatch, right? And then and then going into, and then he was like one of the people that worked on WoW and stuff like that. So like the originals, and to not see that implemented into seeing like Overwatch 2 kind of being the gold. So like, like them actually releasing the game and not him being there. It's kind of weird that he's not there, that he would, jump out before that.
Another thing that's weird too, if you take a look at pictures of Jeff Kaplan, okay, sometimes he has a hairline and sometimes he doesn't.
I was just looking at that.
Yeah. Sometimes you can see like,
it's like the Overwatch community.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck, competitive games, man. Oh
yeah, I think
you gotta give it to him though, because of him. There was, I mean, it spawned the era of esports. Like that was really like to the point where like famous artists were going.
No, that was League of Legends.
I wouldn't say
yes, but I say it because when the teams, in the United States, because when the teams were implemented and they were announcing the teams, what ended up happening? Famous people started investing in those teams. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I got a huge audience and eyes onto the
that was all to Fortnite.
I'll give it to you though.
League of Legends, then Fortnite.
No, but I get what he's saying. No. Like I'll give it to him. Like is Overwatch is the reason why you have like more professional teams that are like closer like football and basketball type teams. Because before that you didn't really have that. It was just kind of like
because Fortnite doesn't have teams. It has competitors.
It has organizations.
Right, it has organization and it has competitors, right? Streamers who dedicate and you dedicate on that streamer and sponsorship and whatnot. But Overwatch was team based. And so they treated it as like a sport. And so people like Jennifer Lopez, Shaq got into the LA teams, like other famous artists got into the other city teams. So that when those people, you heard those people investing in those teams, and like it got even a better amount of eyes on what it was gonna happen. Which, I mean, in the beginning of the tournament scene of Overwatch with the teams, how many people concurrent was on watching the games? Like it was crazy amounts.
Yeah, like I said, with all the teams and the actual like Blizzard behind it, it were more people like in it. Like you had like watch parties, you had like all kinds of events happening.
Even going into the arenas to watch it live. Like, I mean, well, in that it's not really an arena, right? It's a building. We've seen the building. It's not that big, but even to get people and in the seats, get their butts in the seats to travel to the place to see these teams play was, I mean, it's crazy.
I mean, it was big, but I wouldn't say they're the reason why it's so big.
Well, I'm saying the reason why they
took it to the next level.
They took it to the next level.
There was already Call of Duty, right? Which I'll say like that was team based, and I think the only personality that like really delved into that was Snoop Dogg. Like he put his name on top of like the tournament scene of Call of Duty. But other than that, like you didn't really hear about like these famous artists really going into these teams, and you didn't see that many eyes like that, right? Like you heard about the tournaments. Like sometimes I would hear the tournaments on Power 106, but like that's as far as it went.
They had
right?
eyes.
Yeah, so the single largest reason esports became a thing is emoji. That's one.
Yeah.
The reason why esports became popular was a League of Legends. That's a given.
Right.
The reason why esports became more organized in the United States is because of Overwatch. That's because they decided to do orgs. They decided to do like actual
and the Overwatch League and shit.
Right.
And it became marketable.
Right. Exactly.
Overwatch.
Yeah.
That's when you start getting investors into the teams.
Right. Yeah, team.
Now Fortnite just took it over after that.
Nah, Fortnite is
Fortnite ain't competitive anymore. They don't do esports like that.
Not anymore.
Not like that. Not anymore.
When they started,
but again, it's more. And then Fortnite's more individual based than
it is
or team based.
Fortnite is one of the reasons why esports was more mainstream.
Oh yeah, I'm not denying that. I'm just saying in comparison, right? Because you don't get personalities like J-Lo or Shaq or different artists that are behind a single person, right? But you are getting them with team based things. And it only happened with the exception of Snoop Dogg kind of putting his name over Call of Duty was basically Overwatch, which was something that you hadn't seen before.
Essentially.
Yeah. All right, let's go on to this little bit of Apex news.
So there's Apex new hero. What do you guys... I mean, you guys that play. Ruben, Josh, I don't know if Andrew's plays.
He doesn't play that.
Well, Kenneth
I just plays
not
comical shooters.
What'd you say?
I said
comical.
He plays comical shooters.
I don't play comical shooters.
You play Overwatch.
So these new heroes.
Yeah, I play Overwatch, but I also play Destiny 2, which has the best gameplay in all video games right now. No, it's not.
No.
I didn't put that in here.
Gunplay.
Oh, no. I thought I did.
Gunplay, yes.
After this, we're gonna talk about Destiny 2 because.
Wait, you said gunplay or gameplay?
Gunplay. I didn't say gameplay.
Because Destiny 2 is actually unbalanced. So let's not go there. Yes, sir.
Not really. You haven't been playing.
Every game is unbalanced.
Yeah, but it's not. It's
PvP, not PvE.
No. There's no unbalance in PvP. It's just in a bad state.
I mean, PvE it could still be unbalanced, even if it's not.
PvE is not unbalanced.
I'm not saying Destiny 2 PvE is unbalanced. I'm saying PvE could be unbalanced.
Oh, it could be, but the thing is, the way that PvE is implemented in Destiny 2, it couldn't be unbalanced. What is it's not even unbalanced. The PvP side of Destiny 2 is just in a bad state, and it has been in a bad state for a while now, to the point where they had to take out their main competitive thing, which is Trials of Osiris, because they just can't get their shit together when it comes to PvP.
So I heard they made the Apex character, so that what's that game called? Lawbreakers. They wanted to see how those characters will work in the actually full lobby.
Yeah, the trailer. Who saw the trailer? The trailer was pretty nice.
It looks
a really, really, really well done trailer.
I like this skin on the side. This might make me play this game like that.
I think they're gonna make it better skin.
This game has some really dope ass fucking skins, man. Like
the Blowhound
they
look like a Power Ranger.
Oh my fucking god, man! Like these skins are on top notch.
The Death Plague from Blowhound looks really good.
Yeah, it's really fucking good.
Who's actually buying skins like that?
Revenant, that looks good too.
People actually buying skins like that for this game?
Overwatch 2 ain't got they got
So this character what does she do? She do, I don't know.
She pretty much she
flies.
What do Valkyrie do? They fly.
Yeah, they fly.
Oh my god.
No, that's really
so in the battle royale, if you whoever's played battle royale knows that mobility is pretty much
key.
And even in any fucking big multiplayer game, mobility is top tier. Having the high ground is top tier. If you can get that quick, you have an advantage.
Yeah, that's
you can fly by just holding the jump button, so she'll hover.
The best help you can get in a battle royale, guys, cheating. Okay, always cheating. Hacks.
For anyone who plays Octane has a jump pad that he can propel his teammates up to the sky. She could do the same thing, but they can skydive, so it pretty much is better than Octane, so you have more control over it.
Like taking a blimp.
The good thing about her is that it doesn't leave the jump pad in the back, so your enemies can't follow you when you're escaping.
So they be jumping like in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare?
No.
Like it jumps, it's just like this in the air and it comes down.
I didn't say jump, I said propel you to the sky.
Does she have like the mechanics like Pharah, where like Pharah kind of hovers and then like once like a certain amount, then you have to go back down to the floor?
I'm pretty sure it's like that. You just hold the jump button and she'll be hovering over the area, something like that. She's meant to be, to do that in Scout, so she's gonna be really strong. Her, I don't know what her ability is, so I haven't read that part yet. I think she uses an arrow,
and it can scan, right?
And it scans.
It's a Hanzo arrow.
That's weird. So she's Pharah and Hanzo put together.
In a sense, yeah. Like she seems really cool.
I heard that they are tying this more to Titanfall. Is that true?
Oh, she can wall run too.
She can wall run. Yeah,
she's hovering.
See, I told you it was like Call of Duty.
Can another character wall run?
You can wall jump. You can wall jump in the game, but you can.
It looks like they're about to start teasing Titanfall 3.
I mean, Titanfall is a great game.
It's a really great game.
EA doesn't market that fucking game.
Yeah.
EA doesn't like marketing games that's not Battlefield. It's crazy.
I just said they're gonna make another Battlefield.
Talk about Battlefield. They're making it on fucking mobile.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's not like a half-ass mobile game. They're like really going into this mobile shit, and I'm like,
whatever. Why?
Everyone has a phone.
They lost. They already lost. That's right. They already lost.
Everyone has a phone. But yeah. I mean, this character looks sick. We'll see in Apex. When does it come out? Is it out yet?
Season 9.
May. I think May.
Yeah,
like
next month.
Okay.
May 4. At beginning of May. Yeah, May 4. Yeah.
MMO or
yeah.
Yo, Hair Horizon and what? Kiwi? Right?
Oh yeah. The Apex talk is over. So so these guys brought up Destiny 2. All right, they brought up Destiny 2, and I was like, you know what? This is a perfect time to talk about the controversy that is right now. All right, because if you guys in here, they released a new way to transmog your armor. All right, Andres, what is transmogging your armor?
Transmog means that like you can put any armor that you earn in the game, and then just put it on top of kind of like layered armor system in Monster Hunter.
Oh, okay.
So basically, you can. because in Destiny, what you can do while you're like going through the game or unlocking chests and stuff like that is that you have individual armor pieces. Like Monster Hunter is just like two or three, four, and then and them is like the head, the chest, the gauntlets, and the legs, and the cape, and then so or like that's for Hunter, right? But like for Titan is something different. For Warlocks is something different. But and it's already been implemented. So like but it's only a certain amount of things that you can transmog over the armor. So and you can do it on individual parts. It doesn't have to be like the whole thing.
So how much does it cost to transmog armor?
Nothing. Depending on how you get it, because sometimes you can acquire it through the game and you don't have to pay anything. Because through DLC, like armors that were kind of useless, like you weren't using it anymore, they kind of made it into transmog. So you can just make those armor pieces into transmog pieces, and then you can just delete the old armor because you weren't using them anymore. Right. And then, but it was already unlocked for you, so you can just implement it onto your armor set.
And if you wanted to transmog something else, how much would it cost? If it wasn't given to
you? So depending on what it is, when it's full, like let's say if it's brand new, like right now they came out with the games, so it's like Titans versus Warlocks versus Hunters.
Yeah,
It's kind of like their summer games type thing.
Right.
And the newest one, I think. Don't quote me on this, but I think it's like $10 to buy like that layered armor set.
Just the layer.
But the thing is,
so if you wanted to do transmog any armor, how much would it cost?
Well, that's the thing. Like, if you wanted, not any armor, because right now that isn't in the game. Okay. So yeah, like again, you either acquired it in the game, or you buy it on their web store. But also there's this other currency that you get called Bright Dust, which is like the in-game thing that you can buy through the store.
Yeah.
And with that, they've been good as of lately because I've been earning a lot of Bright Dust. And also you earn a lot of Bright Dust with the Game Pass. Well, their season pass, right? But you also earn it a lot if you play the game a lot. Like if you play the game a lot, you're gonna earn a lot of Bright Dust. Right. And then so when the new one came out, I didn't have to pay anything. I just used my in-game currency.
Right, and so now they're going to change that.
Okay.
They're going to change that. So what they're changing it to is something called a synth strand. Okay, you know what a synth strand is? Of course you know, because it's not in the game yet.
Right.
So essentially how it goes is that you have to kill enemies, you'll get something called a synth strand. Okay. Don't know how rare it is. I don't know how much it drops, but you'll get it. That's not it. After you get 150 synth strands, you take it to 801 in the tower. Okay? You have to take it to her in the tower. That's not it. When you take her to the tower, you have to get a quest from her, a bounty from her.
Okay.
You need 150 synth strands to 801 to get a bounty. All right? When you get the bounty, when you finish the bounty, you get something called a synth cord. Okay?
That already sounds
no. If you think that's
so much butcher for what they.
And to me, it sounds like normal quest shit that you have to do because usually kind of quests go to like 8 rounds sometimes just to get something.
And so if you think you could take synth cord and turn it into armor, you're wrong. Because after you get synth cord, once you get enough synth cord, you have to turn it into synth weave at the loom, and then once you get the synth weave, all right, you can turn it into, you can transmog something. So you gotta go from
to me, that kind of just sounds like normal Destiny shit. Because
that sounds worse than Monster Hunter.
That sounds like damage control to me.
I know this.
See, China's already like, nope, we ain't talking about this man off right now.
Yeah, I think he froze. Completely froze. Yeah.
What about
now? So that's how you have to. Yeah,
you're back.
Okay, so what they'll do for like an exotic, right, which is like probably like the rarest guns in the game. A lot of times they give you a quest in order to unlock those guns, and it is a fucking grind sometimes just to get the fucking gun to the point where you're just like, do I even want the gun anymore? Like, it's a shitload of a grind. Sometimes you have to find certain things. You have to find things that don't even have cursors on it. So you just have to find them like out in the wild. And if you're not looking at a video, you're kind of fucked. And so,
but of course, you know
That's
where to go,
terrible.
right? Now you could do all that,
right.
or you could spend $3, okay, for 300 silver to get one synth weed. Just one.
I mean, you
$3 for one.
I mean, you technically. How do I put
They're
this?
making it harder for you to get it. That's pretty much what it is.
Tough for you to buy it.
In a weird way, but
They're making
also
it hard for you to get it. But if you want it easy, you pay some money.
yeah. I mean, and it's
Yeah, so
and it's the same
people-
thing. And it's the same thing right now with like certain things in the game, but everything's cosmetic.
But let me ask you a question. Does that make it okay?
Of course not. But the
No,
video
I'm
game is,
asking that question. Not you, him, Andres. Does that make it okay?
No, it doesn't make it okay, but it's something that I'm used to as a Destiny player.
Yeah, and that's the problem.
sad.
Yeah, but the thing is,
Right there.
but the thing is, people are pissed because it's such a grind for something that has so little consequence in the game itself.
Right. Because
Oh.
everything in that store is cosmetic.
Right.
Like there's not like it's not like certain games where you're like, I can buy that gun and now I'm like the best player in the game, right?
right.
Like
right.
even to the cosmetics, there's cosmetic for your guns too. And you sometimes either pay with the currency that you earn in game, or you have to pay with silver, which is the real world money.
Right.
And so there are certain things that you have to pay no matter what with real world money, which is something that like as a Destiny player you're used to. I mean, sometimes even in other games you have to do that as well. You can't buy it with in-game currency. You have to buy it with real world money, right?
Right.
It's the same even to the point where like PSO2 is a fucking 10+ year game and you still have to buy shit and fucking with real world money, right?
Yeah.
So because it is a free to play game.
Right.
And so I mean you kind of see that with Call of Duty sometimes too, right? With like packs, right? You have to buy packs in order to apply a cosmetic to your gun.
Well, you
No.
so sometimes weapons do show up in those packs. But anyway, yeah. So with that,
and then sometimes they give you incentives too, right? Like Call of Duty's like, hey, we gave you a pack so you can open for free.
Well,
Right.
No, that's a
Call of Duty
scam.
does
It's just a scam.
cosmetics as they have.
sometimes they do have actual weapons. In
They
there.
have a bunch of cosmetics already built into the game, and then you pretty much gotta do.
Unlock
You gotta do you gotta do beat the goals to get certain with skins. Like if you do this,
It's the same with Destiny. But
Yeah,
so you do all that, it's with that.
times.
And then
but
Call of Duty doesn't have loot boxes; they have a battle pass.
true.
Well, we have
there
battle.
is
We
no
have
luck.
well,
It's
we have a battle pass too. Well, it's
We?
a season pass. Well, Destiny,
Listen to
Yeah.
me.
we as a Destiny.
Yeah,
two
he's
players,
united with that game, bro.
right? But
he does play. He does play.
but we also have shit.
He does play.
We do have chests, so we can unlock shit even without the season pass. Like we don't
But being
technically-
used to it does not make it good.
right. I'm not
It makes
saying
it
it
bad,
makes it
'cause they're used to it already. We'll make them work harder.
right.
Yeah, don't worry about
But
it. It's gonna be harder.
like to me as a Destiny player, like there's always been convoluted quests, even when it comes to like
True.
the raids. Even when it comes to the raids, like this puzzle is like
Yeah, but
what the
you should not have
fuck.
to work that hard just to get
Yeah.
one.
One
Sometimes-
week.
sometimes
Either way, that is where the game is right now, and I'll leave you with the word probably one of the best summations of this event as I saw, and this is coming from G1 Gigs on Twitter. All right, it says 1, defeat enemies to earn Sith Strand. 2, spend Sith Strand on bounty to earn Synth Core. 3, convert Synth Core to the loom in the tower into the Synth Weave. 4, use the Synth Weave to summon Shinron, the motherfucking dragon. That's my fucking ass off. That's probably the best way to
What a
describe it.
waste.
Oh well, that's
That's
definitely-
stupid. That's so much work.
All right, let's go on to the next one. Dead game.
Let's not talk about that because in Monster Hunter World, how much grind did we have to do just to get fucking decorations?
Monster Hunter World. Monster Hunter
it was
has
Let's
empty.
not get
way,
into that
way
conversation.
other
That's another 20 minutes.
Well, you melt more decorations for a good decoration.
Okay, so Amazon has canceled another
Nothing.
game.
Yeah, another game.
They don't have nothing else.
this
This
was
is the
last
only
week,
game
right?
that they had. Yeah, this is the only thing they had.
This is the third game they canceled.
Good.
Oh, GG
So
for them,
people
bro.
are actually
I think-
find out
I
right
think-
now.
Now look, don't get me wrong. Games get canceled all of the fucking time.
But when you start,
No, it's not even that. Like this, games. There's a lot of games that get canceled you don't even hear about. But when
Mhm.
you put it in the forefront and then you cancel it, it just looks bad.
Repeatedly.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah, but I think there's a reason. First of all, first reason is because they suck at making games.
Exactly.
They hire studios to make the games.
Yeah,
Yes,
but the thing is, they still suck.
It's
No
the
matter,
leadership.
you
They
could
want
have
to do it a certain way.
you could have a studio, but doesn't mean that you're a good studio.
But I think they hired. some good
Secondly,
studios.
secondly, I think they spent way too much money on the Lord of the Rings series. Like they already had the rights to the franchise, the TV franchise, and they were trying to double dip with the game to coincide with the series. And
Never
I
do
think
that.
they just spent
lot of money.
way too fucking
There's a
much money
reason why
on the series.
games are no longer made to follow movies anymore because they end
Yeah.
up being a waste of money. They don't sell and end up being trash.
I mean, no matter how you want to slice it, it's like this is just another hit to Amazon game. I mean,
Right.
have they released the complete game yet?
No.
It's like just
No.
stop spending money, okay? Like they're trying to do everything, and they're just doing the Microsoft approach: throw billions of dollars at it until they find one that sticks, and it's just all the games end up same, boring as hell.
Yeah, but they
Yeah.
have money to spend. Like, oh, here I'm have garbage money.
They want to hit. That's why.
Yeah, they had they had the New World MMO got delayed.
Yeah, delay.
They had that one MMO, I forgot the name because it was so trash. They had to pull it back. And
Did they have that mobile?
This one.
yeah, that one. And then they had this one that they have to cancel. Like, just stop Amazon. Just save your money somewhere else, man. Go feed the homeless or some shit. God damn it.
Still benefit for something that you
Ridiculous.
don't have. It's trash.
I mean, they do
That's
have
that,
money
man.
to just like throw.
Rip
They
Amazon.
got money to blow, bro. Bro, they could spend $1 billion and be alright.
Bro, like, yo, this is a little bit of political peasant for this episode. Amazon had to make a choice between paying for air conditioning in this warehouse and putting an ambulance outside for when their employees fell out from heat stroke. They chose the ambulance. Okay, that's what they chose. This was the actual choice that they made. They're like, you know what? Air conditioning is too expensive. We're gonna put the ambulance outside in case when our employees get heat stroke. They chose. They literally chose that. It's ridiculous. But they keep throwing money at these failed ass games. Ridiculous.
Hey man, these developers getting paid though.
Shit.
At what cost?
They can move on to another
At
studio.
what
Yeah,
cost?
just move on.
I know.
Move on.
Well, that's Amazon shit. We can move
Alright.
on to the next
All
one.
right, let's move on to Call of Duty.
Gray's
So-
favorite game.
Tell me
Only
why
game that
you guys
replaced.
are hating on Call of Duty this week. Tell me.
Oh yeah, they nuked their map.
They looked the map and they made it like zombie mode. Well,
Yo,
trying to be.
everyone's so excited. It's like, oh my god, this map is fire. It's literally a reskin.
Yep.
Didn't they say they're never going back to the old map?
Which old map?
Call of Duty, the original map that Warzone started with. They said they were never going back to that.
No, it's still the same map.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they said. They said that once this whole changes the map thing happened, they're never going back to the original.
But they didn't really change much to this one.
Nothing. Yeah.
No, 'cause all they did, they blew.
If you want to see
some
more
shit
play,
up. They blew some shit up. They changed the aesthetic to make it look like in the 80s to go with Cold War, and reskinned everything. And guess what? Oh my god, there's zombies.
Damn, it took them 6 months to do this shit.
Yo, they didn't do much.
They didn't even change it.
And
They didn't
everyone
even
was like,
change
oh
the
my
music.
god, it's just amazing.
I guess that's what they're gonna do from this point on.
You know what? They didn't even change the music background of the map when it started. When it blew up, they only put the Black Ops 1 zombie music.
Yo, it's pretty much a reskin. And Warzone players have been so hungry and thirsty for some new content. They was like, yes, finally, this map is fire. And I'm like, it's the same shit.
Yeah.
All they did is
Yeah, the only thing that changed is the gulag. That's it. That's all it changed.
Yo, don't even give them a new map. Kick the hackers out the fucking game before you do this shit.
They don't
No,
care about the hackers.
that's cool. Hackers are cool.
That's just crazy.
Yeah,
man.
it's like yo.
This game has so many problems that Activision just does not.
Hackers just would make the game interesting.
No.
Because they look, bro. If
Yo,
you,
when you-
look,
yo.
look, if you're good, hackers don't mean anything.
Yo, when you aiming the other side and you get hit from the back, bro. Come on.
Nah, bro. If you're good, hackers don't mean anything.
No, you know what hackers do? They curve the bullets. That's what they do.
It's that thing, right? It's like when you run into a hacker, you either get good or lose. That's how it should be.
You talk about those TikToks that say like, "Oh, I gotta kill this hacker." The only way to kill the hacker is to kill him from the back.
No, it's not how to
all
play.
you
That's
kill
how
from
you
the
kill
back.
hackers.
No, that's the only way you can do it. You kill them. You assassinate them. That's the only way you can do it. That's the only thing I could see kill the hacker because a lot of people in TikTok that play Warzone kill the hackers like that
All right.
after winning the Lagula.
Yeah. All right. That's it for Call of Duty to me. Ain't much to say.
I'm supposed to say one of the same thing.
Pretty much.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to Discord.
Yes, cop.
So I guess they're not
Discord.
merging with Microsoft anymore. They say fuck it, we'll just stay independent.
Yep. Discord decided to say, "Hey, F
They
it."
didn't sell
I mean,
out.
it's a smart move.
Look, Discord win America. Okay, that's what.
It's a smart choice, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like I think after they saw what happened to Zoom, and
It
all
went trash.
and all the other things Microsoft bought, they're just like, you know what, F it, just suck it, because it's like it's gonna be one of those things. I have a feeling it's gonna be one of those things where at first Microsoft doesn't care, and then like as time goes on, they'll start like, nah, we'll dip our hand into it.
If IFD could say fuck Microsoft and he just goes straight to Sony, hey Sony.
Nah, Sony, what?
Just to piss off Microsoft, like, hey, what up?
Well,
All right, so that's that.
I guess.
We can go to
Yeah.
PlayStation 1.
All right, let's go to
Yeah, these are some little
Sony.
rapid fire.
So Sony is keeping their PS3 and PS Vita game. What's it called?
No, they reversed the decision.
Their stores, yeah.
The
The stores.
Yeah, we reported this last week. People, there was pushback from them closing their stores. But PlayStation 3 and Vita. A lot of
And
people
why
got
they Vita?
pissed.
Well,
What do you mean?
I thought they didn't sell any Vitas.
I mean, they sold
They
some.
discontinued it.
Yeah.
I mean, the Vita did well in Japan.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I know that,
but not
but-
in the United States.
But yeah, people were accusing them like, hey, they're just trying to focus on the Western market, blah, blah. And so they were like, you know what? We're just going to keep it open. After the
For now.
backlash, they realized that people wanted it. They're going to keep it open. And then, it recently came out the whole CMOS issue. Because you know how it works, right? As soon as, you piss people off, they start finding all the problems with the console.
And they didn't want to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, so like now the CMOS battery thing came out where they're just like, hey, if the servers aren't up, then you can't play the PlayStation 3 after a couple of years because the CMOS battery would give out.
I thought
Yeah.
they were gonna do that. They're gonna blast the PS5, like saying all the problems the PS5 has.
Anyways, like I said, like if the CMOS batteries would give out, and then once the CMOS battery gives out, people are just saying replace it, but in order to replace it, you still need to verify it to the store. And so it was just like a nightmare. And then, but yeah, the PlayStation 5 also found people were finding problems with PlayStation 5 as well. So with the same issue.
Yep.
And so it was like, they're like, oh, screw this. And then on top of that, Xbox has been increasing its sales lately. I mean, PlayStation hasn't been increasing, but it has been selling more. But the velocity of sales with the Xbox have been picking up slightly. So, we'll see. It was a good decision. It's true. It was a good decision. I mean, they should keep it that way because, a lot of people can't get a PlayStation, 5 right now.
You know what?
And a lot of people still the PlayStation.
You know where you can find them?
What?
If you go right now to Afghanistan, there's a mall. They have a bunch of PS5 just there, just thrown on the floor. Nobody's buying them.
Really?
Yeah.
It's time to go to Afghanistan and get your PlayStation.
They're selling them for less, so because nobody's buying them.
That's sad.
People,
I mean,
some YouTuber blogger was like, "Hey, if you want a PS5 for less, come in here in Afghanistan. Nobody's buying them. They just have been on the floor like that, like outside the fucking store. It was funny." But anyways, that's a tip for y'all. Let's move on to more related news to the PS5 and Sony and PSN. So I guess they released their own.
We skipped a slide.
Really?
Right.
Which one?
It's because you had one clip over the other slide.
No, we had the same.
The video pass.
No, the Firewalk Studios.
The Firewalk Studios and probably Monster Studios.
Where is
Yeah.
that? Oh, okay.
Yeah, they pan it up.
So the one before.
It's behind it.
Yeah.
So what about that shit?
So Firewalk Studios is a studio that was made by ex Bungie devs and ex Destiny 2 devs.
Didn't that shit fail?
No, this is a
Didn't
new.
the game
This is
they
a
were
new
making
one.
just like fail?
No. This is a new one. This is just announced.
So they're making a new
so
studio after failing the first time.
No, you're thinking. So this is another. These are other Destiny devs and
Because I know
Bungie
there was
devs.
that failed game that
yeah,
the original
that-
Bungie devs made.
Right.
These
These are other devs.
different
Yeah,
setup.
the different setup.
Okay.
Right. So this is totally different. This is a new production that they're making with Sony, with PlayStation, and they're trying to make a new multiplayer game. So they want
What?
to.
Sony wants to make multiplayer?
Yeah. So,
No, you don't understand. Okay, first it was the Amazon package delivery simulator. Now they're gonna pull the legendary one. Okay, you ready? It's going to be young child daycare simulator. Boom.
Oh, that's horrible.
But yeah, so they want to make a new multiplayer game that kind of
Attached to like Apex and
fills
stuff.
the void in between something that's a little different from Destiny 2, but also what basically what's that game? Damn, the ones with that failed from EA. The one with the Iron Man armor, Anthem. So they want to fill that void that Anthem was gonna make, trying to be a competitor to Destiny 2. So they want to do something in that realm where they are competing.
The game that
is already to cover.
It's people that worked on the game, right?
They want to what happened?
They don't want to compete against it. They want to take a spot because what Anthem showed was
spot,
that it's a market for it, and they didn't feel it. So now it's up for grabs.
Like looter shooters, hackers, looters, whatever it is. Like it is a market for that.
No. Yeah. I mean, like Anthem.
Oh yeah. Anthem was, man.
Right. It's like people wanted that, and so now that they didn't fill the hole, it's up for grabs. Yeah. It's up for grabs. That's what
they should make a new Resistance game. Make it like that.
Resistance?
Oh man, Resistance, bro.
Resistance was really good.
Don't talk to me about Resistance, man. I hate Sony, man.
Wasn't Resistance 3 trash?
Nah, Resistance 3 was garbage. Like it was
garbage.
Bad.
It is.
Resistance 1 was amazing.
Oh, Killzone.
Yeah.
Which one? Resistance or Killzone?
No. Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. It was garbage.
Because I was like, isn't it trash? Like, no, it's garbage.
No, I mean, but garbage is trash. Trash is garbage.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
But like, no, that multiplayer was so bad, man. Resistance 1, they had it and they just fucked it up. Just like Uncharted. Uncharted 2, they had it and they fucked it up.
All right. Back on topic.
Okay.
Go ahead,
so much hate right there.
That was it. They're just implementing, wanting to make another multiplayer game that that's a little different from Destiny 2 and a little different from Anthem. So I don't know if they're trying to go into the looter shooter route, but I just know that they're going into a multiplayer. And
they're gonna make
really
that
focus
thing.
into that.
No, they're gonna make that thing. They copy and paste.
Because again, there was that what was it? The game that just came out that was on Xbox Game Pass. That's a multiplayer.
Outriders?
Outriders, right? Outriders was a game which was multiplayer, and it didn't have you have loot, but it didn't have anything that you can buy. So like there wasn't a web store that you can buy stuff with, and like that. Everything was in game. So I think that's kind of the route they want to take, where just like everything's in game, and then maybe with if the game does do well, maybe release DLC waves like that, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm like these are ex devs, so I'm guessing they already saw like the bad stuff with Destiny, and they're like, let's not repeat and learn what we came out of that company for, right?
Yeah. The bad part of Destiny, Activision.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, Activision always when you sign a deal with Activision, it's almost as bad as signing a deal with Microsoft from 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's pretty much equivalent to signing a deal with the devil.
10 years ago, signing a deal with Microsoft was like signing a deal with the devil.
At least you can have fun with the devil.
It was that bad.
I mean, at least you can have fun with the devil, though. Devil's wishes.
You're not gonna have fun. You're gonna be crying.
I mean, depends how many years the contract is.
All right, continue with PlayStation topics. They're releasing a Radio Pass streaming service for your PlayStation Plus service.
No,
and everyone's like, "Why? Do y'all like this?"
Hell no.
No.
Did we ask for this? I mean, a lot of shit we don't ask for. We never.
I thought they were gonna get rid of it. I thought they were gonna get rid of it.
First of all, PlayStation Online needs to get better. Second of all, they need to do better with the console barely just got support for a slot that was already built into the console. Right. They need to do better on their online. They need to do better with their stores. They need to do better with a lot of things that are online on PlayStation.
You know what?
The last thing they need is this video service. And PlayStation Plus, it was a PlayStation. No, PlayStation Now, it's not even that great. And they're trying to move on to other stuff. It's like they need to stop. Take a breath.
Netflix, Disney Plus.
You know what? I don't understand. They're gonna discontinue buying movies from their store.
They did
for this crap. Like,
why
would I sign up for this? Well, today, if you're PlayStation Plus, you get this already. But it's like if I don't have PS Plus, why would I get this over Netflix or Disney Plus?
Or even Disney Plus, right? Because even with let's say the Venom, like they're promoting here. You're gonna get that with Disney Plus now because they already struck a deal.
Oh well,
no, Disney Plus
after.
So they just
after Netflix. Netflix.
We'll read the article after the Netflix deal.
Right, but we're still getting it. That's what I'm saying.
No, but we're not gonna get on Disney Plus right now.
I'm not saying right now. I'm saying we're eventually gonna get it. So again, that's what I'm saying is that they're heavily promoting this. You're gonna get it on Netflix. You're gonna get it on Disney Plus. Yeah. So at what point does this really come into play?
Before they even get it.
We had PlayStation View. And no one used that shit. And no one used that shit.
TV was garbage too.
Right. And so I don't understand why they keep going into this market with PlayStation.
Well, I get it. They're Sony. They're known for movies.
I understand that. But the thing is, no one fucking cares. Not in a console.
Well, the thing is, that's the thing, right? A lot of people care, and the reason why is because I think I've touched on this a few times in the past. Is that a lot of the reasons why Sony consoles do well in the first place is because of the games. It's because a lot of times their media box is on top of the game.
Oh yeah,
so it's like one of those things.
But that's not the case this time around.
Because even still, on these consoles, Netflix is still the most used app. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but no one cares about buying movies
anymore.
That's the thing, Ken. Because like you say, and I agree with you, but I also disagree with you with the point because back then when they were media boxes was because we had DVDs, and then so we had DVDs with the 2, and then the 3 we had Blu-ray, right? And then but now with we still have DVDs, right? And stuff like that, but it's not. They're trying to compete as a streaming service.
No, they gimp their stuff on purpose. See, that's the thing.
Yeah.
So it's like the PlayStation 4 Pro should have been able to play Blu-rays, right?
Right.
Or actually, it was a 4K Blu-ray, right?
Right.
But they took it out because they wanted to sell a 4K Blu-ray player.
Right.
And so if they took that same approach like the PlayStation 3 to PlayStation 2, and I was like, no, I ain't gonna let you play these on PlayStation. Crazy? Like it probably would have been a whole other thing. But I think when it comes to the streaming, I think they realize a lot of their audience, and because this is free with PlayStation Plus, right?
Yeah, you get it.
Yeah, but
right.
I feel like there's going to be certain like Disney Plus and then other streaming services where it's locked behind a paywall. On certain things,
like some movies, yeah.
Let's say like HBO Max, right? Or they do it for a certain time, but then Disney Plus does it for a premium on release, right?
Right.
So I feel like Sony would go on that path, like, oh, you want to see it on release?
Oh yeah, I don't doubt that.
Too bad HBO Max.
I don't think that's what they're doing. I think they're doing this because Xbox right now for Game Pass is just such an amazing deal. They can't really fight it. Like, but you can see the cheapness of Sony coming out. They don't want to give you PlayStation Now. They're like, nah, not PlayStation Now. PlayStation Video Pass. That's good enough, right?
You know the crazy thing is, it's like Sony is trying to do what Microsoft wanted to do last generation with their machine, make it an all-in-one machine.
Yeah,
right.
It didn't work out then.
But the thing is, with the Xbox One, they wanted it to be one of those things where you hook your cable box up to.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Everything. They really focused on that. They really focused on the cable box. I even hooked up my cable box to it, but at a point in time, it just kind of is redundant.
Like whatever.
Right, but with this one, they're trying to like spice up PlayStation Plus. And the thing is this is not a good enough deal.
No, it's like
it's trash.
Compete with.
I want games.
Right.
I don't want movies. I want games.
I buy a gaming console for games.
And that's the thing. That's the complaint. That we're getting this, but where the fucking games?
Right. Because that's the thing, right? It's like Microsoft was smart, or Phil Spencer was smart with giving Game Pass out the gate, because right now Xbox has a drought. But the thing about droughts is that if you don't, it's like a heat wave, right? You have two types of people: the people who are like, I'm gonna go get a fan, and the people who are like, I'm gonna go get an air conditioner. If there's a heat wave, and you got a fan. You got you're cool
with the heat wave fucking terminology.
Stop it, dude! Come on.
So if you go get a fan, okay, you're gonna be cooler, but you're gonna be cold. But if you get an air conditioner, okay, you ain't gonna feel no heat wave.
Just set up the damn AC in your room.
I did actually, but the thing is that when you look at a PlayStation and the Xbox right now, it's a drought. Like there's no games.
Right.
And so, if you got Game Pass, you can play all the games in the world, right? You can play games that you wouldn't even touch if it wasn't for Game Pass.
Yeah, you're just gonna wait for it until you think.
Oh, well, PlayStation, you don't have that. It's like you got nothing. So you
that drought. They got that.
No, that ain't no feeling.
Yeah, exactly. They got PlayStation Now with
That's
PlayStation.
Not feeling. I don't.
They're trying to add PlayStation.
Now, this is what Sony's trying to entice you with this PS Video Pass. These are the movies that are included. PS Plus Video Pass, right? Bloodshot.
Trash.
Jumanji: The Next Level, Zombieland 2, Charlie's Angels, Venom, The Equalizer 2, Baby Driver, Blade Runner 2049, Underworld Blood Wars, Arrival, Sausage Party, Inferno 2016, American Hustle, This Is the End, Bad Boys 1995, PS Plus Video TV Pass, Future Man Season 1 through 3, Super Mansion Season 1 through 3, Community Season 1 through 6, Deadly Class Season 1, SWAT Season 1 to 2. Who gives a fuck? Lost Girl Season 1 through 5. All this shit right here is irrelevant.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
there's some movies.
No.
There's some movies in there that are good. You gotta admit.
Are you gonna pay?
But does it make the pass worth it? No.
Let me tell you, they're nice movies, but are you gonna pay $60?
No.
For that?
No, that's not fair. It's not good enough to make it compete.
And also, this is only being tested in somewhere I forgot what country in Europe. It's only for a whole year. So
Europe.
This is like a test run to see if it's successful or not, though.
No, it's not gonna be successful. We already know.
So this is not coming for us in the States. This
disappointment
is somewhere else.
I mean, it's gonna be a letdown. As I said, Sony is good at making a console and releasing first party games kind of on it. Outside of that, they suck. Every time they try to step outside of it, they don't do that well.
It was already a letdown the moment
just stay in your lane.
But the thing is, Microsoft is changing the game. You see, now you have indie devs that are like, man, I made way more money to go on a Game Pass. I didn't even have to take a chance. How are you going to compete with that? Which means you know what's going to happen? It means more indie devs are going to go there, which is going to give them more games, which means it's going to incentivize you to get Xbox.
Sony don't even support indie devs like that.
Yeah, it's like
Sony's supporting movies right now.
Yeah, it's crazy. Nintendo supports them, and then Xbox right after that, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
And the thing is that when you take a look at what's going to happen, is that by supporting all these indie devs, they're going to keep getting all these games. And Phil Spencer was right. it doesn't really matter if you buy the Xbox because Game Pass is selling well enough that they don't need to sell it.
Exactly.
Like it's working.
This man is a genius. From day one, when I saw Game Pass, I'm like, this is the future.
Yeah, and then
if you don't believe in this now, you will in the future.
And then they're tying it to xCloud. Come on,
bro.
You could be on your phone. You pretty much got a Switch.
Talking about Xbox, and I don't know if it's on the slides that I put, but
you mean
talking about the Xbox FPS boost, right? Yeah. So now they're offering that, where they're now. I mean, at a point in time, we were getting already enhanced games that they were doing by 60 FPS, right? Okay. And now they're offering an FPS boost where they're putting up their games at 120 hertz and at no extra cost. They're just doing it.
Oh, so that was different because last time we covered this, it was up to 60. Now it's up to 120.
Right. Now. Right, and then it's a select certain, not new ones, right? But it's a select amount of games.
Yeah.
And but again, this is just like them saying like, hey, we're gonna test the grounds with these, and you guys like it so much, we're gonna keep implementing this.
You know what's that related to? What's that related to?
PC?
Gaming.
Microsoft
gaming experience, not movies.
Right.
Your movies aren't going to improve your gaming experience.
Yeah.
FPS will.
Yeah, I mean,
well, that's Microsoft. That's nothing on Sony.
So I think Sony is coasting off of name recognition and I mean, not gonna lie, in quality. They built up a good.
It's loyalty. Record. It's fucking loyalty, bro. They got people out here that Sony can fail 5 times and be like, "It's Sony. I'm gonna buy it anyway."
The thing is, it's they deserve it. They built up their quality. They didn't let people down in the PlayStation 2 era. They had good games all the way through.
They're letting down people now.
The PS3 era was like.
They need to stop playing. This should just been PlayStation now. Like, stop playing.
They need to just focus on.
It's all about the Microsoft out.
Their PS Now better because they even acknowledge like, yo, Game Pass is doing great. We need to make something like that.
Yo, you're just saying like
the infrastructure.
You know what happened? They caught their CEO playing Game Pass.
What you doing? Shit, hold on. Shit, my bad.
Yeah, PlayStation just saying like
the games that they have it's actually in conjunction with EA. So they have Battlefield, Titanfall, Battlefront, Garden Warfare, Plants vs Zombies, Garden Warfare 2, Battlefront 2, Titanfall 2, Battlefield 1, Battlefield the most recent one, Mirror's Edge, Unravel 2, I guess the original Plants vs Zombies. And then on 60 hertz, the only game that it's being supported on 60 that they're upgrading is Sea of Solitude, which was that indie game that got presented not too long ago.
Yeah, and then the rumors came out shortly after that they're trying to cut the deal with Ubisoft to get them on Game Pass.
Nah.
It's just one of those things where it's just like
that's a big rip.
EA Play all under one subscription.
Yeah,
I'm right now. Game Pass is going to go up to $20-$25. I'm just letting y'all know.
I'll say $19.99. I'll say $19.99.
It's still an amazing deal, though. But
even to be honest, even if it was like $30 a month, it would still be an amazing deal. Like no matter how you slice it, the amount of entertainment you get out of Game Pass, the amount of flexibility you get out of Game Pass. Even for $30 a month, hell, you probably even say $50 a month, but I think that's starting to get a little strong.
I think if they do 60 to $100 a year, it might be better.
Right. If they do 60 a year, then that's still like Microsoft is losing money at that point.
Yeah, that's
but if you keep it around 15 to 20 a month, I think a lot of people go for that.
Well, there are different packages. You can get it. I think it's $80 a year.
Oh yeah,
yes. You can get. You don't have to do the 1 month.
Yeah, it's worth it. Like that's the thing. It's really worth it. So I was like, I don't know, man. If this becomes a sustainable thing for them, then
no. PlayStation say like, oh, you want to play the old games? Nah, here's some old movies. That's what it's saying.
All right.
Let's move on. Let's move on to
the saddest thing.
We're not out of time.
See plans. All right, so I'm gonna give you other plans for it right now. Consoles is $10 a month. PC just Game Pass is $9 a month. Ultimate is $15 a month, or for $1 if you join it for first time. They don't have 3 months a year with Game Pass. I was wrong.
Okay.
So it's just monthly, which is actually pretty smart. Not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. I mean, most people are gonna do that anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, cut it on, cut it off whenever you need it.
All right, let's go on next. Let's do a little fun game we haven't done in a minute.
Are we doing that? Let's not do it.
Yeah, before we go to
do we have a bunch
next
of
stuff?
But we don't have a bunch of time, and then
we got enough time, bro. We ain't gonna spend a lot of time on these movies.
Okay. Yeah, with like the streaming
TV shows.
Yeah, that's gonna be mad quick, bro. Like, yeah.
Like we're not. I'm not gonna say a lot of those.
All right, so let's do this little exercise. We'll play a little game. We haven't played games on this podcast in a while. It's the 50th too. We gotta chill and relax. All right. So one gotta go. These are franchises, not the game. So it's not Mario Party, Super Mario Party. It's the Mario Party franchise, the Mario sports games, Smash franchise, and the Mario Kart franchise. One gotta go.
That's easy.
Mario Party.
Ray go.
Mario Party franchise. I could care less if it disappears.
Yeah. You also give a reasoning why one gotta go. Ruben, you go first.
Can't say Mario Party because Mario Kart is gonna be there regardless, and Smash is gonna be there regardless. So those are not gonna go. They're stable forever. If you talk about Mario Sport, we talk about Mario Strikers that has to come out with a new game of Mario Strikers. The only ones that I can see of sports is the Mario Starting Olympics.
Games you enjoy
and tennis, golf and tennis. That's all I see. So hell no, Mario Sports gotta go.
Sorry. Okay, Ray.
We made an interesting argument for it. Don't get me wrong, I love Strikers. I think Strikers is way better than any Mario Party game that I have played so far. So, if I would have to choose one or the other, I'll choose.
Also, remember, if you remove this game, you have never you removed that from your life. Like all the fun you had.
Okay, Mario Party. Fuck those people.
You rate some Nintendo rage
No. I did not have a lot of. I don't have a lot of experience with Mario Party at all.
Wow, your child.
Oh, dude, the South is real in Mario Party, bro. You break friendship in that game.
You know what I envision Mario Party to be like? That Pokemon Coliseum mini games they had.
Yeah.
And then when you could eat stuff and slice stuff with the Pokemon.
Yeah.
Oh, Scyther, you mean? The Scyther
thing? About the Pokemon Stadium.
Pokemon
yeah,
Stadium,
but the mini games.
Yeah.
Think about it.
All right, Andres, go.
Andres, your turn.
Mario Party. The reason is that for me, as someone that loves the kart series and the fighting series, sports, for me, as you know, my point of view, is that I can always go back to the sports ones and play it by myself. Like I can't go to Mario.
Lonely motherfucker.
Yo, Mario,
because
you rather play Mario Golf and Mario.
I grew up.
Which Mario sports game you gonna go back and play by yourself?
Yo, he gotta play golf. Watch.
Motherfuckers, let me talk. All right. So the reason why is because when I was growing up as a kid, I grew up as an only kid. So for me, the sports ones, I didn't mind playing it by myself. Mario Party always felt like you had to play it with other people.
Yes,
and then so for me, what happened? Yeah, but it wasn't as for me. It wasn't as fun. Like especially my. Okay, Josh. Again, my point of view.
Let the main talk.
So for me, and especially my background, while I was in art, I was also very sports. Like my shit was soccer, my shit was basketball. I rather play than actually see it on the TV. So for me, I always went back to sports, and Strikers was one of my favorite sports in the genre of the Mario ones. Party, for me, I could only enjoy it when I was playing with my stepsister or my stepbrother or with friends, but I could never really delve into it by myself. With the sport ones, I could, and I did get an enjoyment by playing it by myself, but I also got enjoyment by playing it with others, and that's the difference. Like Mario Party, I felt I only got that enjoyment and that competitiveness when I was with other people.
Which is your favorite sports game?
You already said it, Mario Strikers.
Yeah,
and you enjoyed that playing with CPUs?
Fuck yeah.
Wow.
You know how fun it is to push people into the fucking electricity.
Yeah, but
dude,
that's one sport.
Are you gonna tell me? Are you gonna tell me Mario Party is more enjoyable by yourself than Strikers is by yourself?
Man, you're so lonely, motherfucker.
Yeah, bro. Even with the new one for the Wii, you can play online with other people.
Okay. Josh,
Go ahead. Go.
Look, I love Strikers. I stand by Strikers being the best Mario sports game ever fucking made. 1 and 2, even how jank the second one was. Still fun as shit. I love those fucking games. But they just don't beat Mario Party. I'm sorry. Like the memories I had with Mario Party, breaking friendships and
By
all
yourself?
that shit, yo.
By yourself?
Oh my god, I'm not lonely like you, Ray.
By yourself?
So playing this,
You said it
playing Mario
yourself. You
Party,
need other
bro.
people.
Playing Mario Party with my brothers, my cousins. I've literally had parties where I threw parties and we all play fucking Mario Party 50 turns, bro. That shit was lit. It was fun as shit. And then no Mario sports game could capture that. The only good Mario sports game that ever fucking made, I think, is probably Strikers. And I think Hoops was decent too. Golf is trash. I'm sorry.
Yeah, still making golf.
Tennis on the N64 was
tennis.
On the
Mario
N64
Tennis
was
is
amazing.
decent.
Yeah.
Olympics.
For me, it was amazing.
Golf is just boring in general.
64.
And what about Olympics?
Golf is just boring in general to me. Olympics,
the new one
I
looks
tried
dope.
it. That shit was boring.
The new one looks dope though.
I don't like the Olympics. The Olympic games, but they're just too like not
Whatever.
fun.
Sonic and Mario ones are decent.
Yeah, but to me, they're not fun like that. Golf isn't fun for me. Tennis is decent. I'll give them that. The Mario Tennis games are decent, but they don't beat Strikers. So they don't have enough games to keep the sport game. Mario Party has Mario Party 1, 3.
Oh my god,
5,
are we gonna
6,
go all the way to 10?
Like trash. But they have multiple games that you just flush out that was completely fun as shit. That's my thing. Sports games.
Yeah. I mean, you go for that.
Fair enough.
Go ahead, get it.
Probably gonna hate me for this, but I'm gonna have to say Smash Bros.
Oh wow, you can get the fuck out the podcast.
I'm gonna tell you why.
You want to talk about spiciness? All right, it's a hot take.
He's just doing this for controversy.
No. I'm gonna tell you why. I have never had problems online with a game as much as I did with Smash. Like those games, when it comes to online, frustrate the shit out of me because it's always jank.
Mario Kart doesn't have online.
Well, I know, but that's the issue, right? If you're gonna do it, do it. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like when I play Chargers, Mario Chargers online, Strikers Charge online, it was no issue. Mario Kart, no issue, right? But when it came to Smash Bros, always an issue. And when it comes to Mario Party, I fucking love the shit out of that game. I mean, you already know how much I love Mario Kart, but I love Mario Party because when I was younger, like me, my brother, my friends, we would marathon the shit out of those games. Like we would just go like, hey, let's play all the Mario parties back to back in like one night, all the time.
Crazy how you get rid of Mario Party. It has all those mini games over playing one soccer game.
Yeah, like it's crazy. Like it's just fun. And it's like maybe that's one of the reasons I love board games so much. But like I love Mario Party. And then when it comes to the sports games, like I like Strikers, I like tennis, I like the golf. Like I own tennis aces. Yeah, I like the golf. No. Like I used to be in McDonald's playing golf all the time. I know you guys probably don't remember.
Golf is so
yeah, I remember. Golf was actually really fun. I mean, and even the new one looks dope.
The thing is when it came to
and it goes
playing with my friends and like money matching and all that stuff, we would usually go to either Mario Party or a Mario sports game.
It's because y'all would trash a Smash.
We were good at Smash. It's just that we didn't really want to deal with it as much as it was fun for like tennis and Strikers. It's like that one time when we went over Ray's house, right? It's like we played Strikers and we were fucking having a blast. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like we had Smash Bros there, but we was like, nah, let's play Strikers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was Strikers
24/7.
Exactly. So I think that's what I'm saying. Like when it came to like memories and all that stuff, I have more vivid and fond memories of the other three than I do Smash Bros. Like Smash Bros, I didn't really start getting into like that until like Brawl and 4.
Yeah, I've been playing Smash since 64 days.
No, I have two, but I just have but I just have it. I just have it. I didn't really get into it.
I used to make my neighbors cry in 64.
See, that's the thing with like, and I see it with Ken because sometimes like when we'll ask Ken to play Smash, he'll be like, nah.
Yeah, the thing is, the game isn't really that interesting to me as much as is the other ones.
Mario Party and other ones.
I mean, you don't like fighters in general, so
because the thing is like during the game, the other three games, it's like things are changed in the middle of the game. You get what I'm saying? Like Mario Party, the board changes, right? With Mario Kart, it's how the items come together. And then when it comes to strikers, well, at least charged anyway, the field will change. Like random events will happen. And I kind of like that mix up.
You can play.
You can knock out the goalie too.
But the thing with Smash,
throw some Pokeballs in that bitch.
Turn items all on.
Yeah, all on. Get the Smash Ball every time.
Yeah, but that's the thing, right? When it came to Smash Bros, it just wasn't as dynamic to me. I didn't feel it, so I never got into it like that. It's like Brawl. You know what I'm saying? So once Brawl came out,
I get where you're going, but
yeah, when Brawl came out, that's when I started getting into it like that. I played all of them, but I started getting into Brawl, and then like 4 I really got into. But when it comes to like overall, I've been playing like Mario Kart, Mario Party, and all the sports games since the beginning. Well, since I was old enough to play them, like which is like around 64.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well,
yeah,
that's where we go.
Playing. Yeah, I really like just sitting there and let a ball fly in the air and let it see the hole.
Well, it's not that. It's like it's the reaction with other people. You get what I'm saying? Like because it's like when you play.
I don't get how you get excited for just.
Oh no! Come on.
No. See, but that's not the part.
Water.
but that's where the excitement comes in. Because if you're like, yo, $100, you don't make this. Like you get what I'm saying, and then like you see it going near the hole, you're like, "Oh shit, he's about to make it." Oh, too bad.
Like you do play with the Wii remote.
It's the reaction.
I'll stick to mini golf. I'll give you. You would have said mini golf.
Mini golf,
sure.
Yeah.
Mini golf is way funner, but golf.
Golf. No.
Because the thing is, it's like you take a look at like Super Mario Strikers, right? It's like remember that time where I think it was like you versus Ray. And then you were like beating Ray, and then Ray started coming back. He made like
Ray.
that was hype. Like you know what I'm saying? Because you already cemented the fact. Everyone was like, "Oh, Ray lost." And then he came back with like 4 or 5 shots. It was like, "Oh shit, that's crazy!" Like that's that part to me.
And you know what's funny is that even though Josh is saying, "Oh, but it's golf, right? You're waiting for the ball to get into the hole." There are same people that are saying. Really, bro, you're just waiting for like the ball to get in back of the net. Like there are some people that look at that game too and say that shit. Yeah, like in the back of the net of the soccer net. And so like,
but it's for
and then even like
people who play soccer, they say the back of the net.
If like that.
But then even
right,
if
but
you hit it once, and that's it.
But again, that's your perspective, Josh. You can't say.
I don't feel like we can agree, and it's a fact that golf is not interactive like that.
But then, like you take a look at Mario Party, it's like you also have that interaction where it's like you have that one guy winning. And then all of a sudden, oh, you hit the ghost, you lost half your coins. You have lost half your coins. That's hilarious. Right, that's hilarious.
The most interesting games and the most interesting sports are the most interactive ones. The ones that are not, no one talks about them because
that depends on the person because my sport may not agree with your sport.
Why doesn't it have a World Series?
It does.
They do.
They do.
You have a world tour.
Yeah. No, I know that. But why isn't it like the biggest shit in the world?
Do you know Tiger Woods? Do you know who Tiger Woods is?
That's the only motherfucker you know, bro.
How many people you know from tennis?
Yo, he cheated on his wife, bro.
I know one girl. But it's like you one guy from golf.
But the thing is seeing the end, like seeing the skill is what's
in mini golf, exciting. Sure, but like golf, regular golf.
It does. This supposed to mini golf, sir, but not real golf.
Mini golf is quick. Even mini golf is not interactive. Like,
look, if we just gotta make mini games in Mario Party 8.
Because the thing is, I think with golf,
with soccer, so mini golf there.
Golf, with soccer, it's the interaction. with golf, it's the anticipation. It's like, where's that ball gonna land? Is it gonna make it? It's how close is it gonna get? And that is exciting to some people, right? Where it's just like, oh shit, like he got that close to it. Too
Bro,
bad.
oh, come on, bro.
To me,
Like, I get it. I get the excitement behind it, but like,
okay, it's like to me, hockey's exciting as fuck because sometimes you fucking get brawls out of it, right?
yo, I only watch hockey for the fights.
Right, but you also get it for the skill, right? Like, I mean, you see Wayne Gretzky back in the day, fucking
I
playing
mean, I don't even
fucking
watch hockey,
pucks.
so.
But that's what I'm saying, right? But see that
It's the perspective.
you just proved my point because you said I don't watch hockey like that, but other people watch hockey like that because of the brawls, because of like the contact, because of the
okay, so.
Yeah, like it's like that.
And it's highly interactive. Highly interactive.
Yeah, wrapping this up, all these are great games. They're franchises, etc. All I'm saying, if one had to go out of this list,
You say
I would say Smash Bros. Yeah, I would say Smash Bros. But it makes perfect sense why it's hard to choose between these 4 because it's
sports is an easy clap.
Sports for me.
It's
Mario Striker is.
Let me give you a scenario, right?
No. We have to
move on, right? When you remove these games, that means you remove the ones that are now and any future titles, right? What sports games are you getting right now for Mario?
Shit,
Mario Golf and Mario Tennis.
Golf right now that's coming out.
Mario Golf and Mario Tennis.
Yeah, right. Tennis.
Strikers coming out.
Tennis came out about
Strikers, both Strikers franchises.
The Strikers 3.
You also got the golf versions of Mario on the Game Boy, which was
your
amazing.
favorite sports game. You're not even getting it. Let's move on.
Bro. You said it. Like the Switch.
We're not gonna get that.
Better come out of the Switch soon.
We're never gonna get a Strikers game, okay?
We don't know that. We don't know.
No, it's never gonna happen.
They did tease it in.
They teased it.
Wait.
Look, Strikers ain't coming out. Metroid's not coming out.
People.
All right. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Wait.
No. We gotta keep going. No.
Hold on. People said that we wouldn't get golf, and look, we're getting golf.
All right, whatever.
Keep going.
We only have 10 minutes to cover the rest.
You got 20 minutes.
But you gotta lie, bro.
Shang-Chi trailer came out. I thought it was cool.
That's it.
Yeah,
that shit looks good.
I'm not gonna lie.
I thought it was cool.
I don't know who the fuck this guy is. I just thought the trailer was cool. That's it.
I think me and Ken know a little bit more, but
that's what.
So it's just me.
Yeah.
So it was cool, and I understood the references. The only thing, one thing that I just kind of don't like about it is they're kind of trying to force the buddy comedy in with like Aquafina as that role. Like, I get it, but like it doesn't need to be there. But other than that, like the guy who plays Shang-Chi is amazing. He's also a martial artist, so you're not going to see, stunt doubles in the mix. And you also
Good. You do see
and we're finally going to get Mandarin. And we're going to get a good version of Mandarin.
We never had Mandarin.
We did had Mandarin, but it wasn't the real one.
Fake. That's what he did. So technically, we didn't have Mandarin.
Fair enough.
Okay, Josh. That's why I said we're finally getting the real Mandarin.
But you're saying real? We never had it in the first place.
We did because there was a reference
to a real one.
But the thing is,
and that's why I said there was a fake one, and that's why I said there was a real one.
But the thing is, if
you said we're finally going to get the Mandarin,
a real one.
Yeah,
no, I said a real one.
That sentence stands on its own because of English. Okay, let's move on. Let's go.
Jesus Christ. But anyways, I also like the fact that they're kind of delving into the world of it and like the world of his father's empire, because we kind of see that like in that like mass kind of like war scene with like him running with it looks like a food dog, if I'm not mistaken. It kind of looks like a lion, but usually those big things with the manes in Chinese culture is food dogs. And so, I mean, it looks really cool, and it looks like you're going to see a lot of Chinese like implementation with like the lore, and a lot of Asian representation, which is amazing, because a lot of times in Hollywood you see those Asian roles also being played by like other people that are not Asian. So we're seeing that on a grand scale, which is cool. and especially through Marvel, which we haven't seen a lot of.
Yeah, I mean, essentially what he's saying is that in the MCU now we're gonna get more like Shang-Chi and less like Iron Fist.
Okay, yeah.
I'm
I'm just glad this one is not like out of all the new ones that they have pitched, this one looks decent. So let's move on to the next one.
It's not Mulan.
I feel that, but also
No,
I feel Shang-Chi is the Guardians of the Galaxy, right? Because when Guardians Galaxy was first coming out, people were like, "Who the fuck are these people?"
Yeah, why should we care?
In the Marvel universe, right? And then
At this
finally,
point, the
people fell in love with
MCU
it.
will make any franchise.
Like I'm gonna say this just to wrap up that topic. We have to accept the fact that Guardians of the Galaxy kind of had an all-star cast.
They had Zoe.
Right.
They had Chris Pratt. They got what's his name? What's Rocket? The dude plays Rocket.
They made us, but also the movie made us
too.
care
Dave Bautista.
and give a fuck
Just
about
Dave
those
Bautista.
characters.
Yeah,
Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, Bradley Cooper.
I am Root.
Yeah, but
was
the thing is,
Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel, I'm Root.
The thing is, James Gunn made us give a fuck about those characters when we normally didn't, even in the comics.
Yeah.
Well, he did, but the actors pretty much made.
It was his direction. I mean, and it was his idea. He's like, I'm gonna make a Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
I forgot his name, but the blue guy was great. He had Glenn Close. He had John C. Reilly. They had all stars from left to right. You could have.
That whole movie was full of all stars. Like, let's be real. Like,
he was paid for all stars.
He's right. Like all together, they made a fantastic movie.
Right.
But the thing is, a Shang-Chi, it looks like it's only going to be like Awkwafina, right? Maybe
we haven't seen the full cast, but yeah,
right.
It's also refreshing to see new actors.
Right, exactly. That's important.
Yeah.
So we're still talking about Marvel.
Captain America 4.
Did you guys see the new episode?
Yeah,
I did.
Fire.
Yeah,
that whole
really
series
good.
was great, bro. That was
Yeah.
probably the best.
Well, first of all, the biggest spoiler is on screen right now, so
Yep.
That was the first scene, bro. The first scene, you see this. Okay?
Yeah.
This right here is all that matters. He does look good in that suit. That suit looks good.
Good. Yep.
I mean, it's comic accurate. It's exactly from the comics.
Well, the comic book, the wings are red.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying for the most part, like
for
shield, and then
not everything has to be comic book accurate, Andres.
I'm just saying it. Jesus Christ! I can't even make a comment anymore because Josh is like, "Hey, motherfucker!"
When people make those comments, when like the people and they make those comments, and they're like,
"What did I do in your past life, bro?"
Your past life.
Let him breathe, okay? Let him breathe, okay? Give him one topic. Give him one topic. All right. So it was a nice episode. It was pretty cool. Suit looks nice, I liked it.
You feel a little bit rushed in the way they tied everything together by the end, but
they always do shit in every
show,
but
I like how they tied all the loose ends that they needed to.
Exactly.
I just hate that they tie loose ends in one episode. Do it within 2 episodes.
I rather have that than to leave it open ended.
Like the culmination of, I think it was.
Well, it was open ended.
Like the culmination of.
No. Well, for the most parts, like I didn't think they were gonna. He was gonna go back and. Never mind. I was gonna say.
Yeah, exactly.
You were gonna spoil it forever.
Like the ended with the Winter Soldier and the old guy. The whole story they had together. That he killed his son.
No, the message they did was done really well. I think, in my opinion.
Yeah, really, really well.
People are gonna be salty because they're a bunch of dumbasses, but whatever. It was nice. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was the thing they needed to show was that that the way he acts always, like the way Falcon acts in general, is in line with the way Captain America acts in general.
With the way he is as a person.
Right.
Yeah. Well, he's just right.
Yeah. So by the end, one thing that I didn't understand, what was the role of the other guy? The one that was supposedly to be the new Captain America.
The fake Captain America?
You mean
just look up U.S. agent.
Yeah, so he's setting up U.S. agent.
Yeah,
it's not a spoiler. It's been
right.
Yeah, that's
the season started.
His name is John Walker. People like
right. But that's what it was right? And then he's supposed to, in the comics, he fights Captain America.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just we
So
don't have
he's the one who works for Hydra, right?
No.
No.
So
it's,
US
I think it's the Thunderbolts.
Just different.
Yeah, the Thunder. Well, not kind of, not really. U.S. Agent was his own thing, and he just was like he wanted to take Captain America's role, and when Captain America came back, he couldn't accept that, so he fought Captain America for the spot.
Oh, okay.
He lost.
Something like an anti-hero shit. Okay.
I guess, yeah.
Just an agent.
Let's move on
Okay,
to
so
this.
next topic. Dave Bautista say he wants to play Bane. End of story. Move on.
What the fuck? He actually went to the Taiwan. No, it's Warner. No, it's Taiwan.
The one.
It's a Warner Studios.
But it's weird because
He went to the Warner
he's like,
Studios.
I want to play one day. He's not saying right now.
No. He literally
Like,
made
one
a
day.
whole appointment with Warner Studios, and they were like fucking like
But yeah,
interested.
just to say, hey, I want to play Bane one day though.
Yeah,
Like,
they were shocked. I was like, okay, but this is what the meeting's for? Like, yeah.
This was DC's gonna be like, you want to play Bane? Cool. We have this animated movie that we want you to voice Bane.
Hey, but the joke's on him because in the movie, in the animated movie, Bane's is silent.
Not always.
No, I'm saying that's no.
The joke. Oh, yeah, the
No,
joke.
I'm saying that's what they're gonna do to Batista.
But isn't that how like wait, hold on. Isn't that how he came out on the first
they're gonna give him the Ruby Rose.
movie?
You're gonna give him the Ruby Rose treatment. No worries.
I thought you said they're gonna give Bane the Ruby Rose.
Ruby Rose.
And Batman Returns, Batman and Robin. Did Bane talk in that movie?
No, he grunted.
Yeah, he grunted a lot.
Yeah.
Grunted, that's all he did.
Yeah, when he takes the steroids, he kind of.
I think Batista can pull that off.
But I wouldn't mind it because Bane in the comics is Latino, and then so I would love to hear even the Latin accent to come through.
Is Batista Latino?
Nah, he's Filipino.
Filipino.
What?
Oh, okay, that's kind of there.
Is Batista Filipino? Not
American
Latino.
American
Nah, he's
Filipino.
not Latino. He's Pacific Islander.
Yeah. Yeah, he's Filipino, half white.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the fuck!
I'm just like, oh, something new.
The thing is, like, if you can play the part, why not? You know?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the idea, right? Play the part.
Yeah.
Play the part.
It's like, yo, if he can play a Latino, let him play a Latino. If he does a good one, who cares?
We'll see
I
about
don't
it.
care. I'm not that person to be like,
accent.
you have to be Latino to play Latino person.
It's like
if you fit the part, do it.
he's gonna be making
All right,
that.
Spider-Man coming to Disney Plus.
Wait, what the fuck? Okay, shut up.
Oh no.
Yeah, he is. He's Filipino and Greek.
White.
You know
Yeah.
what he's gonna
What?
do? He's gonna pull out that
Yeah.
Latino heat accent.
Okay.
Latino heat.
Anyway.
Latino.
No, because
Anyway,
whatever.
Yeah,
Well,
so
isn't
Sony
that-
signed a deal that after Netflix, their movies will come.
Well,
to
after
Disney Plus.
Netflix.
Yeah, after the Netflix deal, their movies,
Since-
Spider-Man, Venom, all their Marvel-related movies. I don't know if their Sony movies will come to Disney Plus, but I know the Marvel-related ones
so-
will.
Yeah, I
I
think
think-
it would just be Marvel.
no,
So
I think,
it'll be after
oh, yeah,
2026.
I think the Marvel Sony movies will go because it's just. I think having the whole collection in one place
Mhm.
is worth more to them, like view wise, than just having it spread out like that.
Yes, definitely.
Plus, Sony would still get
Yeah, they definitely.
Yeah.
dividends. Yeah, get a cut of it.
Yeah,
So
100%. But yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you're more likely to, because like, let's think about it like this, right? If you have Disney Plus, and you say, I want to watch all the MCU from Phase 1 to 4. Are you gonna go looking for the Spider-Man movies? No.
Nah.
Usually, like, I'm gonna skip those.
Yep.
Mhm.
And so it's better to have it there, just in your face,
But
versus
Yeah.
having to find it.
and it's really smart of fucking Sony because Sony's like, okay, we cut a deal with Netflix. Well, also cut a deal with Disney Plus.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like
Right after
they're
your
getting
end.
money both ways.
It's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
I think Sony was like, "Yo, we'll cut a deal with Netflix," and I know Disney Plus gonna want some of that. So be like, "Yo,
Mhm.
let's go cut this deal." Then be like, "Yo, after that, just come to
No,
us."
you know what? They were like in line, like, oh, Netflix.
You know,
And then-
I think that the
Disney
Netflix
at the
deal is
back
2 years,
and
right?
God
What?
knows.
Netflix
deal
no
is
4.
2 years, 4. Damn.
2036. 2036.
Damn.
And God knows
That's long.
Disney Plus needs more fucking content. That shit is dry as fuck. Besides the original
Is it?
content it's pulling
Okay.
out.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway,
Netflix has some good stuff though. I'm just saying.
No, Disney Plus. Talking about Disney Plus, it's like a dry as
Oh,
fuck.
Disney Plus. Disney Plus has a lot of. The
Bro,
thing is,
I
like, for
already see all the
you,
content. I already see all of it.
there's people who haven't seen a lot of the
Yep.
Disney shit.
like I can tell you, like
And then there's people who like National Geographic, and they
I
have a
see
lot of
all
good
of
National
it. No.
Geographic
I already
stuff.
saw all of National Geographic with my dad.
Well, then why are you complaining?
I'm just saying that it's fucking dry.
but a lot of people are not gonna sit there for
People-
hours watching TV.
Right.
Bro, there's only like a
And then
couple
I'm
hours.
saying
also,
it's
Ray,
dry,
yeah.
though. We just had WandaVision, Falcon Winter Soldier, and in 2 weeks Loki's coming out.
Well, and also we're getting Bad Batch from Star Wars.
Bad Batch,
And then in July after Loki, we're getting
But the thing is,
Black Widow.
I'm not complaining about the
Yeah.
original content.
What about
that is
the Book of
coming
Boba
up.
Fett?
I'm complaining about the other stuff that is
Even
But
on their
Disney
library,
Plus has a lot
Ray,
of
you have to
shit,
you have to
bro.
understand that you grew up with that library. There's people that haven't grown up with that library.
How about I can tell you right now that after 2013, I didn't watch The Simpsons.
Season was there. It was all about family, American Dad, and Family Guy.
It's not stuff you'll watch now, but there's stuff that other people will just go.
Okay,
Right.
so yeah.
I mean,
I have
even
a friend
to the
who's literally binge watching the old Disney Plus. Disney.
I mean, there's kids that didn't grow up with it, and they're barely watching those movies now.
Yeah.
I guess.
And thanks to Disney Plus, they can.
I think it's
Yeah.
just. I think there should be more movies or shit like that. Anyways,
No, they already have it.
I think there should be more content. I just feel like
This ain't HBO Max.
for almost the price you're paying for it, bro. You're paying almost like $10.
For a whole library.
You're right, whatever.
Look what you get,
bro.
though.
I prefer to pay
Yo,
$10 something
whatever.
like
Moving on.
That's for the end of the day. So you guys were talking about shit
Yo,
like
you can talk about
Yeah.
after the podcast, bro. So,
Whatever.
Yeah, these guys.
who's
Another
here ever
level.
watched Dexter? Right there.
Yeah, I watched Dexter, the whole
Dexter.
thing, the whole Dexter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole
really-
thing.
yeah,
The
Yeah, I
whole
watched
thing,
the whole
yeah,
thing,
the whole
yeah.
thing.
Now, on a scale from 1 to 10, how good would you rate that show?
I'll give it a 7.5.
Yeah, there were some seasons that were kind of trash.
Yeah, it was a roller coaster.
Yeah.
The roller coaster
Just
emotions,
up and down.
yo.
I like
I
the
mean,
whole
I
thing.
like how they ended it. It was
At
one of the
becoming-
few
What
one
the
of the
fuck?
few scenes, one of the few
The ending was the worst.
series
That was
where
worse.
that the
Nah.
ending was decent.
The ending
It wasn't
was
great.
trash.
Not a bad
It was
ending.
decent.
People just hate he was a lumberjack. Like, what do you
Yeah.
want him to do?
Wow.
He's a serial
It's
killer.
not,
Exactly.
it's not that. It's the fact that the way they tie it up with their fucking sister, and they just
Oh,
they just pushed it all together, and they say, okay, this is
another
gonna happen,
suit,
and
yeah.
they're
I
gonna
mean,
do it.
but the thing is, actors leave shows. The problem is, I think when it came to Dexter, I think it was fine. I like the concept of it. Serial killer, that's a good,
Right.
a good guy. But I think but I also like how over time it was just like something's not right here. Someone is getting away with these murders out here, and like it wasn't like they just let him get away with it. It was just like, okay, people are looking for him. They're
Yeah.
finding him. Oh, now they found him. Like they know.
Yeah,
Like
but then he got away.
I think that was good. So I think he was fine. The only problem is that the actor ruined his street cred with Gamer. And yeah, I don't know. I think otherwise I think it's a pretty decent show. I would give it like a solid 8 out of 10.
No, because a lot of people wanted him
Well,
dead
thought
at the
it
end
was
of the
solid
season
8.
when it couldn't
Yeah, but the
happen.
thing is, he's the hero. Technically.
Anti-hero.
No,
Yeah,
he's still a
plot
killer.
armor. He has plot armor.
He's a killer, but he is the hero of the show. You know, most
No,
shows.
he
are not
was
gonna
the
pull
hero
off a
of the show on his head. Yeah,
He is literally
Bro.
he's the titular character. Like
He's an anti-hero.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. I think it
slash
was,
serial killer.
Hold on,
He
hold on.
was only killing murderers and
Right.
rapists.
Oh, to a point.
People,
To a
he
point.
was
He
basically
never
back.
killed anyone innocent.
He
And when
was-
he did.
he killed a
felt
policeman.
like shit.
yeah, that's
Look,
what I'm saying. Like,
Ruben, he was Batman who killed.
Yes.
yeah.
And when he did kill innocent, it hit his conscience. He was like, "Oh shit, I wasn't." supposed
Yeah,
to
he
do
fucked
that."
up. I
Yeah,
know.
that's what I'm saying. It was like I said, it was really good the way
Yeah.
they squared that.
Now,
Right.
do y'all think this show should be revived?
Well, the
Nah.
actor.
No.
They already
the
doing
actor,
it.
the actor
No.
said that he hated the
No.
ending and
He-
he's gonna revive it.
Yeah,
I
he
think-
want to play
I
another.
think
Yeah,
I will watch another seasons. Yeah.
I don't
I
think
watch it because I like Dexter, but I don't think it's gonna be.
look,
as good.
this was gonna happen. They're gonna kill him, and that's it. That's what I'm doing.
I think the issue with having another season is that how you gonna accept the fact that they already know that it's him. Like it's one of those things where it's like you're not gonna just
the whole world.
Well, you
doesn't
could
know
explore.
I know, but like it's like because it's like in this new season they would have to set up a whole new cast, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Of characters that most people don't give a shit about.
Nope.
He's not gonna have his sister there, not really gonna have his wife.
They can't have him.
Right.
They're dead.
Exactly. And so it's like what
Yeah, I think some of the actors passed away, right?
That too. And so it's like you can't really after a certain point, it's just like you have to just let it go. Like, and this is one of those situations where it's just like you didn't like the ending, too bad, so sad. You know, it's over.
Like it's not.
Yeah.
But they're still gonna make it. Though.
It's already coming out, you know. But it's like I don't.
Because it's like I said, he's already caught. Like a lot of the appeal of that show was seeing how he got away with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Because the thing, as soon as he kills someone, now they're like, oh, it's this dude.
You imagine like now the CIA comes to him like, yo, how would you find this guy? We need you.
Right.
Just easy. No, but
and on top of that, you have that black dude that was always sneaking up on him. He was just like 2-tap, you're done.
No, I think that. Oh, he's dead.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying.
Surprise.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yep.
But that's my point. Is like at this point, it's like it's set in stone. Like,
no, but I think that's all they want, and they want to see them when he died. That's all they want. That's all they're going for.
They can make alternate ending special, kill him, and then walk.
Yep.
No, bro, but they're gonna do that. Look, they're gonna give it like 6 or 5 episodes max, and then they're gonna.
Let's move Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat came out. I haven't seen it yet.
I seen it. Oh my god, it's fucking trash. I seen it. Ruben saw like maybe the beginning. Okay, look at me. I think you guys saw the 7-minute spoiler, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I made it 2 hours.
That shit, I understand why they did that. They released that so people could go and watch that shit. It's amazing. The first 7 minutes, I was like, the way they set it up at the beginning. Okay,
it's more than 7 minutes in the actual movie.
It's not made it
like they only give you the first 7 and then
made it
it's
29
like
seconds.
almost 2 hours. Okay, but the thing is, the way it goes from there to the rest of the movie, it's just like, oh my god, it's just whack. Because they tried to make like an interesting story behind it, and I guess like I could give them like I could give them a clap for trying, but come on, man.
What it is without spoiling anything, it is the whole movie before. Okay, let's say that segment, that first segment, is really well done. And if they would have just focused on Sub-Zero and Scorpion, that would have been an amazing movie.
Yeah,
and especially in the 16th century. Yeah, I saw it.
So don't.
It's whack.
No, I'm not spoiling it. It's
minutes,
something that's already in the 7 minutes. I'm just telling you what's in that. Right? If they would have focused on those two characters,
that would be really.
It would have been amazing. In the 16th century, it would have been amazing.
Yeah.
But after that, the whole movie is just a spectacle. That's what it is. Like, you're only watching it for the spectacle of the movie. You're not watching it for the story. You're not watching it for the characters. So that is the only thing about this movie, is that you're only watching it for the pure spectacle of what that movie has to offer.
Yeah.
So is Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
It's Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat, yeah.
Say it's not Mortal Kombat 1. It is Mortal Kombat
with a better
2
graphics.
3-ish.
With better graphics.
That's the thing, like, because I get what you're saying. I didn't see it, but it seems like, yeah, because it's like Scorpion and Sub-Zero were never the main characters. Right. They're the main people that people focus on, but they are not the main characters of the game.
They became so popular that
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would understand why it's like they would have to move focus away from them.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm just like, maybe it's not a wise.
But even the characters that are supposed to be the main characters, they did such a bad job on them.
Bro,
it's just you're like, what the fuck, man?
The fact that IGN gave it
such a weird way, characters.
You know they're fucking selling out. They know they're selling it out when they're giving them a 7. That shit is at least a 6.
I mean, it's a movie that I'll say it's enjoyable to watch. It's fun. It's a fun movie to watch, but it's not a movie that I would physically go back and watch it again.
I think this is one of those movies that's like Godzilla. You're not really there for story. You don't really give a shit about story.
You're there.
Right. You're there to see them.
Godzilla, at least it wasn't.
You want to see What you want to see is you want to see giant alligator and giant.
But at least it's entertaining. It keeps you motivated. The fucking surrounding is amazing. Everything is good.
Transformers.
Yeah,
we want to see the Transformers, not the fucking people.
But this is worse than Transformers, bro. Trust me. All right.
No, they make such bad movies.
Watch it.
I'll say there's a night two or whatever call that.
Again, Ray, there's enjoyable parts.
Hold on. Yeah, they are. But I mean, saying my dad likes to watch trash movies sometimes, and most of the times, I like that movie. For this one, I watched it with him. He said it was fucking trash. So for him to go all that way, it takes.
We'll see. I'll watch it. I'll give you my opinion.
Let's go to his last off.
Just get a 7 or 6 around there.
All right, go on. Just take it away.
Yeah. So the
grading.
Grading. Yeah.
General. So I have a graded book here, slabbed. Right.
God.
They give you a number for it.
OMG.
But so not just CGC. It's just grading in general. We're seeing such a surge because of the pandemic, because of stimulus checks, because of whatever the case might be. We're just seeing such a surge, whether it's through cards, it's through comics. We're seeing so much a surge to the point where PSA had to suspend their services for a few months because they're like, we are getting so many fucking orders that we just can't handle it. So we're going to suspend our service and then have the other go to other services until we can get our shit together and expand our.
There are rumors that Beckett are about to stop next.
That's the rumor. It's not confirmed, but that is the rumor that's floating around. CGC is and because of that, PSA also raised their prices before the suspension. Because they were getting so many orders, they were like, well, if you guys want it, we're gonna have to pay a little bit more. And now people are like arguing about that. CGC just now announced that they're raising their prices. So if you want to get their shit and get the price honor, you have to do it by the 28th of this month. So now they're raising the prices for their grading services, and it's throughout the whole service. So like every tier that they do for every little single thing they're doing. They're doing it with, I think, the cards as well with the TCG. They're raising their prices, and their TCG branch hasn't even been like it's almost a year since they opened up their TCG branch. They just announced Yu-Gi-Oh, so they're gonna get more traffic in, and they're even hiring more people. But because their thing is we're gonna raise our prices because we have to give benefits to our new employees and get new employees to get in. We have to give them benefits and bonuses, so that's why we're raising our prices.
Right.
But because they're doing that, it might affect the market, right? It might affect the price on like comics and especially graded comics, and TCG, like graded TCG, because now you don't have those services that maybe like, let's say for a normal person that doesn't have that much of an income, right? Oh shit, they raised their prices now. It's kind of now like kind of out of my reach to do those services because, I can't do it with this company. And there's other avenues, right? Like CBCS offers it, but in all reality, what do people gravitate more when it comes to comics and grading? CGC, and they sell more than the other companies. PSA, that's another example too. You can also go to Beckett. You can go to other services for grading. But what is the one that sells more? PSA, because they're synonymous, right? It's the brand that you're paying for, and then so now you're going to see that, and you're going to see maybe that reflect on the market because now it's going to be harder to come by to get things graded because now a lot of people are going to be able to do so, and then now that the people that are going to be doing so are going to be doing it for a premium.
Right. So I'm gonna chime in on this one that I don't think it's going to affect the market that much.
I was just going to say that.
Because, like I said, we saw that with PSA, right? But at the same time, I think this needs to be said, which is that when it comes to grading services like this is not meant for random back alley pack you pull. This is not. It's not meant for, oh, look, I got this shiny Mewtwo out of this box a couple days ago that just came out 2 days ago.
It's normally meant for vintage stuff.
It's not even meant for vintage only. It's meant for cards that are worth so much money that if they aren't what they say they are, it can do significant harm. Right? It's for cars that it can cost you like 10 grand. Like if you saw like that Goku card that was going for 10 grand a couple months ago before it dropped to 3,000, the green Victory Strike one. That's what this card is meant. That's what these services are meant for. Right? But what you have right now, you have people who are having this idea where they're just like, hey, get a car.
Every card is worth something.
Right. Get a car, grade it, flip it for a higher premium, and then that's it. But the way collectibles work is that the more there are, the less it's worth.
Mm-hmm.
And so if everyone is collecting, then you're not collecting. You see that works? Like they're just not the same thing.
And
so I wouldn't be surprised if one day there's just so many graded things on the market, no one trusts any of it anymore.
Right. Well, and again, it is depending on what it is, right? Because obviously vintage is we're seeing that now. Vintage is not being affected. And vintage is actually going up, right? Because again, that is not something that's readily available.
Exactly.
Right?
And that's the difference. It's like vintage
and that's the difference. But like if we're talking about battle styles,
right, exactly.
We're talking about
it's not meant for that kind of stuff. Yeah, like
that's not meant for those cards.
Like you have
even the highest priced ones. Look at how much the Shining Charizard went down.
Right, and so like you have that one card, a shining Charizard, the Shadowless one, Andres.
Yeah, the original one.
Yeah, that card is like okay, that can be graded. It's old. You don't know how good it is in condition.
And even raw, it's selling in the thousands.
Right, and so you want to get it verified, real if you were going to sell it. Right, that's what this service is meant for. It's to verify those kind of things. Because when you talk about 10, 20, 30, 40, $50,000 cards, the last thing anyone wants is a fake one.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of people are also treating it as a stock as well. So a lot of people what they're doing is they're getting those high price cards graded, and then they're putting in safety deposit boxes because in time those cards are still going to go skyrocket. They're going to keep going up in time, right?
Maybe.
And so but like vintage, we're strictly talking about like those high priced cards, right? They're just going to keep going up with time because there's going to be less and less and less in the market.
Right, but I think the problem here is that it's not vintage. They're not vintage cards. Right. They're just brand new cards, like you said, battle styles, vivid voltage, cards that are not even like 6 to 8 months old, not even a year old.
Right.
They have like a million copies of it.
Well, I'm just saying that they think that in 10 years it'll be vintage.
No. He's.
You're gonna.
Yeah, but the thing is that when I think that a lot of people are thinking that way. But the thing is that because so many people are thinking that way, it's not going to really come to materialize, right?
Right.
And so it's like one of those things where it's being abused more than it should be. And so the actual part of the collectible space that makes it worth a lot of money is not taking place. It's supposed to be like a cycle. People buy it, they destroy them, they sell them, they throw them in the trash, they sit on them, they bend them, whatever. By the time you get those 20 years down the line, there's only like 5, 10, 15 left, right? And then those are worth a lot because you can't find them anymore. But if everyone is buying boxes of Pokemon cards to get the Charizard, the Pikachu, the Mewtwo, whatever, and then as soon as they get it, they put it in a sleeve, ship it off to PSA, ship it off to Beckett, ship it off to whatever, right? By the time you get to the 20 years, they'll be like, here's 5,000 copies, here's 6,000 copies. It's not going to have the same appeal.
Right.
And
like going back to like how you guys were like, oh, it's not, I don't think it's affecting the market. It is. And then to the point where like we're seeing that with comics, right? Because the people who were going into the TCG, whether it was sports cards or going into like Pokemon or Dragon Ball, whatever, now they're transferring over to comics. And and now we're in a weird state where like we're seeing the same numbers like we're seeing and Pokemon, where like everything graded comics is going up, and then so I mean we're seeing that with sports cards too, and then so we're seeing this collectability that just keeps going up. When one card market or one market is being affected or it's going down, another one's going up. And so we're seeing that, and we're seeing the reflections on the prices, and we're still seeing the reflections on the prices on older cards as well. I mean, we're seeing that with Magic, and Magic's going back up again. You know.
The thing about I was watching this one guy who he owns a trading card store,
and this will be the last thing.
and he was talking about the topic of getting stuff graded, and he's saying, well, there's such an influx of cards getting graded, being sent to these corporations. They can get graded and they get pumped back, and it's like, and he said it's something I agree with. He said, if there's so many of these, I think we mentioned this earlier too. If there's so many of these cards, comics, whatever, of the same one being graded, and there's so much in the market at this point, is it premium?
No.
Is it really a premium if there's so much of it?
Nope.
So then now, if there's so much of it, the prices start going down because there's a lot of it out there. And that's what's happening right now. Everyone's just grading it pretty much. Within a year or two, you're gonna start seeing devalued of stuff because there's so much out there.
Yeah, and again, the only thing that probably won't be affected is just the older ass cards that you can't get anymore.
Stuff that you really can't get anymore. Stuff that's getting graded now, that's being released now.
Yeah.
Yep.
You would have to wait another 20 years to see those cards any traction.
Any value.
If you're like a special case, like the Dark Magician Ghost Rares, all those new ones right there, those are special cases because those are hella rare to pull. So, but like if you get like a regular secret rare, regular fucking like Lily, the Lily I fucking sold. There's so much of that out there. It's like,
why?
Let's just go for $100 right now. Can you believe that?
Yeah. People want to lose. That's all now.
Yeah. But that's we out of time. We gotta
skedoodle
a little bit, just 15.
Doodle skedaddle.
All right, guys. I guess we see you next week at the same time at 7 p.m. Make sure to follow us on social media on Instagram at Gameplayx4. Make sure to follow them as well. The links are going to be down below. Any last comments or announcements you guys have?
I'm just posting on my Instagram and TikTok and YouTube later. So
see the Apex players of Josh.
What about you, Andres? Any nice events or anything that you have planned for your channel, anything like that?
No, right now I'm actually working on an art project, so I kind of want to pump that out before I start doing anything else.
Okay.
All right, we all working on art projects now.
I'm on the finals.
All right, boys. Catch y'all later.
All right, then. See you guys next week.